Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday, everybody. What's going on? Come on in, my friends. Come on in. Y'all know what time it is. It's Friday. Y'all know what we doing. Woo! Mm-mm-mm. Come on in here. I see you over there. I see you over there. See you over there, Gail. Uh-oh, how you doing, China? You all right?
Hard to say.
You getting through?
Yeah, I'm at my sister's house, so
You got everybody in the huddle praying for you.
I know.
Good measure. To everybody. Is that Ayola and $1 make you holler for Nicole? Come on, D's. What's up, Jan? Jen's loving life. Come on in, family. Come on in, my friends. Beth, Mikey, I see you in there. Yeah, Jen's loving life. Yeah. What's up, Twyla? Krista Ferguson. What's up, Christina? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My, what a beautiful day. What's up, Obsidian? Melissa Smith. Scattered Israelite. Okay, scattered Israelite. Okay. What's going on, everybody? So listen, first and foremost, let me thank God for another day, a new day, a new opportunity. And for everybody that's up in here, that's hanging in there, that came to get this plate full, and you gonna get it today. Yeah. I got some good people in the chat today. What's up, Queen? Thank you for everybody who is a sponsor of the show. Yes, indeed. Thank you for everybody who is a member. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? I need, you need, we need each other. Man, and good gracious. And can I shout out Connie? Because I'm going to do it, Connie. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, today, let's talk about this. We're going to start right here. No. You know what? We're going to start somewhere because this is on my mind. And this is for somebody, you know what I'm saying, going through, because everybody's going through. Everybody's going through or been through. So not a question that I pose, an answer that I'm bringing in here today is, oftentimes we look at leaving out of a relationship with a narcissist, somebody who done did us dirty, some straight up garbage. We talking about somebody who cruddy, did us dirty, and we still questioning, is this the right thing to leave this person? We still giving it some credence. We've seen the results. We've seen how cruddy they are. We've seen everything that's going on with this person. And we know this person ain't no good. Definitely ain't no good for us. And yet we still have cold feet about just cutting them off. I realized something about myself today, just today, right? One of the reasons that it is so difficult to leave a narcissist, guys, one of the reasons it is so difficult to leave a narcissist completely alone is because we have a fear that we are going to be lonelier than anything imaginable. We have this fear that what if it was me? What if nobody loves me? What if I don't find anybody else? And because of that fear, oftentimes we stay. We will stay with somebody and live in regret and doubt. We live in regret and doubt because we have a fear that we are going to be so lonely that we will just die of loneliness. We tell ourselves it's no way nobody you're going. What if you never meet anybody else for the rest of your life? We literally tell ourselves stuff like that. What if I don't meet anybody? What if the narcissist might be bad, but what if I don't meet anybody as good as this? Guys, as cruddy as they are, we still believe we're gonna meet something worse. As cruddy as they are, we'll sit back and we think to ourselves, wow, man, I might meet someone, I might not meet anybody, or I might do worse than I did with the narcissist. Then what? So, because of that fear, we doubt ourselves. But we don't even look at the biggest point in this entire vent that I'm having here. Guys, we believe the narcissist. We believe that we will be lonely and lonelier than we've ever been if we ever get out of this relationship with this narcissist, because guys, I don't want y'all to hear me. The reason you believe that is because you are lonelier than you've ever been in your life while you're with the narcissist. While you are in that crazy, good for nothing situation, you are lonelier than you've ever been. You have been isolated from family, close friends, from people that care about you, from the people that you want to hang around, the people you want to be with. You've already been isolated because they're breaking all that down. Will isolate you. So now your close relationships aren't as close anymore because everything in your life revolves around the narc. Everything. So now, now you've grown dependent upon that relationship. They have groomed you to be dependent on that relationship. And even though you see it ain't no good, you can feel it, you can see it, you can taste it, you can smell it. It stinks to high heaven. The entire time it stinks. And yet we still fear. We still have a fear that we gonna be lonely. Somehow in our mind, we're thinking, I'm gonna be lonely. I know I'm going to be lonely because I'm, and not even thinking, because I'm lonely right now. I'm lonely right now. I've never been this lonely in my life. Guys, that's how you feel when you're with a narcissist. You've never been that closed in. You've never felt that level of loneliness. You've never felt that level of betrayal. You've never felt it. And now you're in this situation with this person and you can see it's no good. You know they're not any good. You know they're no good for you. So what? But this is what I know. This is what I know. This is the no good that I know. I'm familiar with it. You don't even give yourself a chance to get out in this world and find yourself. You're afraid to go out here and be you. You're afraid to go out here and do the things you like to do. You're afraid of being you. That's what it feels like when you're in a narcissistic relationship. They get you to a point where you're afraid to live your life. The life you've wanted to live so badly. And now you're afraid to do. Oh man, but what if it ain't? What if it was me? What if it don't work? And what if I'm lonely? That's your biggest fear. That's our greatest fear. What if I'm lonely? And you have no idea. You have absolutely no idea. Guys, this is the loneliest that you're ever going to be in your life while you're with the narc. After it's over, guys, your life is going to completely change. It's going to be a total change. But again, like I said, we get tripped out, we get scared. But what if I don't, what if I don't have people to talk to, and what if I don't have, just social circles and this and that and that, and it's like, guys, all you need in this world is one friend, just one. That's it. That's all you need in this world. You need one. Okay, we be out here trying to find 2,000 friends. All you need is one good one. That's it. Get you one good friend. You guys, this stuff about loneliness, it will make you stay around people that don't mean you no good. Mm-hmm. It'll keep you in jealous circles, people that are jealous of you. It'll have you telling people that are jealous of you your business so that they can judge you and hate on you. You'll be in there telling all your business, they judging you and they hating on you, and you just sitting there like, oh, they just need, they just need a little guidance. They just need a little help. The loneliest you ever gonna be in your life is with narcissistic people, guys. I promise you. When you get out of that situation, life is going to open up for you in a way that you are not going to even believe. You're not going to believe it. You're going to be sitting there saying, wow, it's no way that I sat here afraid. I sat here afraid of walking forward in my purpose, in my life. I was afraid to walk forward in my life, my path, to do the things I love to do, to do what I like to do, because I'm so affixed on pleasing someone who has shown me at every opportunity they had that they do not like me, they do not love me, they are not in sync with me, they don't want to do anything but fight and argue with me, but yet I'm still sitting here begging this person, please, let's be friends. Please, let's work this out. Please, let's just get beyond your cheating. Please, let's just get beyond the lies. Please, let's just have peace and harmony in this place together. You're begging somebody that they act ill towards you on purpose. They do not give a damn about you. And your happiness, you will not have it around them. They are jealous of your happiness. And they don't want to hear it. They're not having it. They don't want to hear it.
If you ever notice, you're the one who always trying to be around them, not the other way around. Because they don't want to be bothered. They don't answer phones. We wondering what have we said, what have we done, why this person don't want to be bothered with us. That's because they can't stand it. It's just us wanting to be around them and forcing ourselves on them, and they have clearly shown us that they want nothing to do with us, and that's family, friends, whoever.
That's right. Charlie, your mic sounds muffled. You got something on top of it?
Yeah, let me. He having contact.
It sounds like
my sister is having contact with the move, so I'm kind of makeshifting it over here. Can you hear me?
There you go. Yeah, man. They are not on your team, guys. They are not rooting. They're not rooting for your happiness. They stuck. And that's why I started. That's why I titled it like, now that you know the truth. Now that you know the truth, why are you still dealing with the narc? Now that you know the truth about them, now that you know their lie, because one of the biggest things that we always crying about is, if I only knew. If I only knew, if I knew for sure. And you waiting to walk right into the middle of you waiting to walking right into in the middle of a sex scene. And you're never going to do that, guys. You ain't about to walk up on that narc doing what they do. And guys, you know something, for anybody who has will tell you it was nothing like they thought it was going to be. In the back of your mind, you got the narc either being put through the headboard or putting somebody through the headboard. And when you walk in there and see what they doing, you're like, man, you pissed off of the fact that they doing that. But it ain't all high and hot and intense the way we be thinking that it's got to be. If they cheating on me, it got to be intense. It's got to be magical. It's got to be magnificent. It's got to be over the top crazy, all kinds of love making and all types of hollering and screaming and shouting and furniture moving and it ain't nothing like guys. You talking about a trifling, lazy narcissist, man. They have sex for control. They're not doing it for the pleasure, for your pleasure, sure enough. They surely are not doing it for your pleasure. Okay? They're doing it for the control it gives them.
Yeah,
okay? That's why they run to that.
It's the other person that's trying to make it exciting. But with them, it's just as robotic with the other person as it was with us. It's nothing spectacular, nothing to write home about. But we make that up in our head. We give them the fairy tale ending, the happy ending, because that's what we're thinking that's going on over there, and that our life is so much in shambles that it just got to be great over there. That's our own delusional thinking. If they just left a situation the way they did, and they claim they wasn't happy, but they were cheating, how they happy with that person but unhappy with you? If you're unhappy, you're unhappy no matter what situation you in. You can't be happy somewhere else and claim to be. You would have left. You would have ended that situation. They would have ended a long time ago. And that's what we need to learn to do, is when we start seeing signs in people, we need to start letting go.
Man, guys. And that's another thing. So, but also, let me say this real quick, y'all. Let's say a prayer for Keisha tonight as well, because boy, I told y'all, man, when it goes around, it goes around, and we getting our rounds. You know what I'm saying? She dealing with some serious family situations she got going on, and yeah, and we all know China here on the thread of,
Can you hear me?
Now I hear you. There you go.
Yeah, because people were saying they can't, so I'm gonna go ahead and relocate since this is not working out.
You good now? You good now? We hear it now. Yeah, whatever. It sounded like you had something over your microphone.
Yeah, it's the tablet was resting on a donut box. She has not unpacked yet. I had to pay my sister a visit for my sanity. And I told you guys in the beginning, that's who I go to. That's my go-to. When, and she get me right.
and that's a beautiful thing, man. You gotta have people out here you can reach out to. Those things better, especially when you're going through stuff, man. It's a hard battle sometimes, and like I said for tonight, guys, guys, we come in here in this room on Friday with y'all, but I promise you, we in the same boat with you, okay?
Yeah.
We are not exempt to issues, man. It's every day. It's every day. And I think, and all three of us got hit this week with just craziness. You know what I'm saying? That's real life, guys. But I've learned how to put the craziness that happens in my life, even though I still work, no question. It ain't nothing easy about it. So I don't want y'all to think I got that conquered. But I've learned how to manage it to a place where I can still find joy, and even in my pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I realized that, man, it could have been worse. I always look back at it, man, it could have been worse, bro. It could have been, even when it be piling on, and it be piling on. It be piling on. I promise you, it be piling on.
So
But,
I do.
yeah, I made it through.
I do have a bit of good news to share that they did do the autopsy and they're releasing him to the family. And I'm still sitting here, so we already know what that means. So, yeah, but it was just as I said, but it's still a long journey, a long road. And he was not a narcissist. Too many people, too many exes, too many people have too many good things to say about him. Too many. He was just suicidal and couldn't handle the pressures of life, losing everything. So,
yeah, man. I mean, again, there you gotta understand, man. Depression, man. That's a very serious mental disorder. And no question, when you know somebody that's going through that, that's why they be like, man, call that hotline and get them some help, as soon as you can, because it's like, man, you don't know what that person is going through, man. They are going through it, and all we can do is be here, try to be there for them if we can, but if you don't know how to handle it, let somebody pass it off to somebody who does,
right.
There are out there for that, even though I don't know, guys, at the end of the day, for real, again, pass it off to a professional, somebody who can just say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna help these people out, somebody who has experience, because, not having experience, we don't take it as seriously, because we like, look, man, it ain't even that serious. It ain't that serious. You living, and yeah, whatever you got going on today, that stuff can change tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's something that we don't have faith in, y'all. And I'm saying, even when it comes to dealing with the narc, we be so scared that the narc gonna change for the better. But what if they get it together? But what if they somewhere treating somebody good? What if you crazy?
Right.
What if that? You are out of your mind for believing that the person you treat is better than everybody in your life. Moved on, treated you like crap, and moved on to treat everybody else like they were just the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's not possible, guys. It's not possible. And I know some people feel like anything is possible. No, anything is not. It's only possible in theory, but it's not possible in reality. In theory, if I believe I can fly, right? In theory. But look at me. I'm not going to move sitting right here like this. I'm not going to move. It's not going to happen. I have to get in a device or, get a suit built so that I can, guys,
And that's why it's important, we telling you guys to walk away, because it could easily be you. Sometimes people in life can drive you to that situation, and some of y'all been there and some of you are there now. And it's just a matter of getting the guts to do it. And everybody and everything can change in the blink of an eye. And it's, people want to say people selfish because they did that. When somebody is driven to that point, they're not thinking about where they at and who they doing it in front of and the situation. All they know is they're in pain and they want it to stop.
That's it. That's it. They want that pain to stop. They want it to go away. They want to feel good again. They want some respect. They want to be heard, you know. And the sad part about it is I don't think that you could even give them whatever that they're trying to get. When they made their mind up what they're going to do, they're going to do it. Guys, I told y'all, man, the most powerful thing in the world is a made up mind.
Made up mind.
A made up mind. That is the most powerful thing in the world. Once you make your mind up, guys, and I'm saying that applies to us also. Once you make your mind up what you're going to do, that's what's going to happen. Guys, it's in my book. I wrote it in my book. Once you decide you're going to be happy, once you make up your mind, I'm going to be happy. Guys, I swear to you, I made up my mind. I'm going to be happy. I don't care how high this electric bill go. Good God Almighty. I don't care how high this electric bill go. I ain't going to say I don't care how high it go, but I don't. I don't care how high it go. I don't care whatever bills come, whatever happens, whatever ailment comes. Listen, man, I'm going to be happy. In this life, I'm going to wake up every day that I get to wake up. I'm going to be happy that I got that day. Hey, maybe I don't have all my faculties. Maybe I don't have all my body parts that I'm moving or whatever. Whatever happens to me, I'm still going to celebrate life every single day. I'm going to appreciate it because I made my mind up that that's what I'm going to do. You're wondering, how am I going to be happy? What if I'm lonely? Well, guess what? Make your mind up that you're not going to be lonely. Your mind is a very powerful thing. As a matter of fact, your mind is the most powerful thing you have. Yeah, your mind is so powerful that once you make your mind up about something, it is going to happen. Your mind can make it happen. It's just that it will make your body follow the instruction. The instruction is, I'm going to be happy. Your mind has the power. All the rest of your body can do is follow. That's it. It might not be easy to make your mind up for that. But guys, just the same way you make your mind up, I'm going to get that pair of shoes, or I'm going to have this place over here, or I'm going to get this car, or I'm going to get something. I'm going to do something, I'm going to travel to this place. The same way you make your mind up about that, the same way you make your mind up about a relationship, you can make your mind up about how you're going to be happy one day, how you're not going to be lonely. You can make your mind up. You can make your mind up, love your life, and win. It is totally up to you. It is totally and completely up to you.
You know, when you say you need one good friend, that one good friend should be Jesus.
Say that.
That's who that one good friend should be, because he is always there.
Every time.
God is there. When you turn your back on him, he never turned his on you.
Ain't that something?
I don't think I can finish this. But
all right. You good? You good? We understand. We do. We understand. You know, I was shocked to see you here tonight. I appreciate you because I know you're going through, man. I know you're going through. You know, it's no joke to just see different things in your life, and you just like, man, I just want to live. I just want to live my life and be happy. That's it. I just want to be happy. And I don't want to be going through all this other stuff. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be a part of things that are not happiness. You know, that's how we get in life. You know, we don't get to decide what other people are going to do. We can only control us. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, you are the person that you could have control over. And that's it. That is it. When you start making plans, You can only make plans for what you're going to do. You can't make plans for what somebody else is going to do. No matter how much you love that person and you want that person to do this and be that and all of these things, guys, you gotta let that person be who they are. You gotta let them come to the plate. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them make their mind up that they're going to be X, Y, and Z.
See, and that's the thing. The powers that be need to take accountability because they forcing people into these situations where this economy is bankrupting people. We have more homeless people than ever before. You have the suicide rate is up because of this economy. People is not surviving. People can't deal with this. And it's just a matter of time before it's me or you or whoever. We may think we're that strong, but you never know until you ain't.
And you just said it right there. You never know until until you get enough piled on you.
Yep.
And nowadays, people getting so much piled on them that they just crack. You just break. You like, man, I just ain't got it. You have people trying to figure out how they're gonna pay for groceries out here. And then the electric company, I saw a video today, the daggone electric company, they asking for another raise. They just ripped us off. I mean, they just ripped us off. And they saying we need more. And how you gonna do that? How you gonna pay your mortgage? And then you gotta pay this new electric company because it's new now. It's new. These people, they sending out at least an $800 bill to almost everybody. How you ain't factor no $800 a month in your bills outside of everything else you got to pay? And that's just one thing. And guys, then what you gonna do when they come in there and slice you off from the, hey man, we downsizing. They not giving you no 2 weeks notice. They telling you today, when you show up for work, hey man, we're gonna need you to turn in your badge and turn this in, turn that in. You got nothing. You got nothing while this crook just, man, robbing. I mean, oh my gosh, man. These people done went over there, man. We talking about, guys. Man, this the cruddiest joint ever, man. This the cruddiest joint ever. We walk around here so proud, and we the proud, we the this, we the that. These crud balls done went over there, started a war that they never called a war. To let you know right there the intent. They bombed all these places and did all this stuff to people. Now we trying to figure out what's next and what's going to happen and this and that and all these things because we believe it. We believe the lie they telling us. They lying right in our face. They lying right in our face. Ain't no real war happening out here. These jokers shooting bombs and everything else over there so they can go over there and rebuild it. You know who gonna get paid off of that? The joker who pushed the button, who got everything started. You know how he gonna get paid off of it? He gonna get paid off it because of us. It's called government contracts. Yeah, that's part of that little treaty that they signing. Yeah, you gotta pay us X amount of billions of dollars per year, and you gotta come rebuild the infrastructure in the city. You know who gonna have those contracts? The same line crutball who's stealing all our money right now, giving contracts away to everybody in his family, multi-million-dollar contracts to their family members. Why y'all think they trying to put this chump's face on a dollar bill? He robbing us so bad, they want to put his face, they voting on it. They voting on putting his face on a new $100 bill.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they about to put his face on a new $100 bill. He about to, man, he pulled off the biggest heist in American history. He brought the country down, tore it completely down. Oh, it completely down. We sitting around here thinking this about something else. Oh, this about the Epstein files. You think they care about that? Do y'all really think that he cares about that? He wouldn't have did it if he cared about it. He about to get all the money. They already lined it up. It's already set up. And they changing the money. They changing the money.
And then
They right now, every last person in here being robbed. We all being robbed. And they ain't wearing no ski masks neither.
nope, using no Vaseline.
None. They doing everything. That's all it is, a big distraction. Y'all gonna see, you ain't gonna hear about who got them government contracts to rebuild all them countries over there. Good God Almighty, man. And they gonna get us to fund it. We the ones paying for it. We paying for it. You know, ran over there. Yeah. Oh yeah, we number one. We America. We this. We that. Yeah. Okay.
Man,
Yeah.
getting on that road paying $4.29 a gallon for gas to fill up my tank. And then I was glad I stopped where I did, because the next stop I was gonna stop if I didn't. That thing said $5 something. I said, what the hell is going on?
If you got two, it's $6.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, they not playing.
No.
Playing. How's it? Ain't that something? How y'all raise the price of the oil, and y'all say that ain't even affected us yet?
Right.
The claim is we don't even get oil from over there.
Wow.
The claim is our oil doesn't even come from over there. Man, guys, you can't make it make sense, man. The truth is weirder than fiction, man. Look at the food. You know something, y'all? And that's why we got to start talking about it. How in the hell you gonna run out of food, man? How? I want a legitimate answer in the chat. Somebody, if anybody got one. How can we run out of food?
It's impossible, because when this man first got in office, what did he say? We're going to go American made. So if America can make things and grow things and provide for us, how are we going to run out of food? It doesn't make sense.
You talking about the same one who said we're going to use American products and American companies?
Mm-hmm.
Getting a ballroom built in the White House right now with steel that comes from China. Import steel from China. When you got Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that's steel country. Everybody know Pittsburgh for the Steelers. They know Pittsburgh for being steel country. How you gonna just step on the people right there who support that joker? And you getting steel from China? How? And this is my guys. I went to public school. Tell me how China steel that comes out of the ground, it is a raw material, the same way our steel in Pennsylvania comes out of the ground. It's a raw material. It's free. How our steel more expensive than their steel when both of them are free, and they got to ship theirs all the way here?
Right.
Huh? Somebody got to make it make sense, man. How you gonna run out of food when food is free? How?
That's that scarcity. They scare us into believing the lies, and that's what narcissists do. You know, they scare us into place fear into us where the lie is believable. And we believe in the lie. And that's our biggest downfall, is believing in the lie.
People, we giving y'all some real game in here tonight. These people selling a dream, man. This whole fantastic war they gonna come up and create. That is the biggest lie. That's the biggest lie in his story. Okay? These jokers coming off like the mob. They are robbing. They are robbing us. Absolute. This dude gonna have contract. Listen, they negotiate contracts. They not telling nobody over here who gonna have those government contracts. You know why Congress ain't saying nothing? Because they getting the contracts. All of them getting money from it.
Why do you think when the government shut down, they could stay at a stalemate? Because at the end of the day, politicians get their checks. Don't nobody else get their checks, but the politicians do. So they could stand at a stalemate. I don't care what party it is. Because at some point, you're going to have to give. If you care about people suffering, you're going to have to give to get. And as long as they can pay their bills, they can eat, and they don't know the struggle, they're never going to feel our pain. Never. And that's why I'm done with politics. I can't do this politic thing. I thought I could get in and that I could make a difference. It's just me. I thought there were people like me. They pretend to be like you to get you on their side. And they have you thinking that they're about to do something good. And everything they doing for the people is minor. But they make sure that their salaries are in these contracts and that they're getting what they want, but they're not raising minimum wage for other people. But you making sure your salary is what you want it to be and that it's getting voted on in this deal here. I've seen it.
And that's all it's about. That's my point. That's why they have not. That's why they said they had the government shut down for 90 days this time, because they gonna force their hand with you. The government, the United States taxpayers are gonna pay us these multi-million-dollar salaries. Y'all gonna do it, or we're not gonna let the government stay closed for the rest of our life. Who cares? Because we getting paid.
Yeah.
That's how they look at it. That's how they see it. They do not give a damn about you not eating, your family not eating. They don't care if you in the dark, you ain't got no lights, you ain't got no gas in your house. They don't care if it's cold and you ain't got no heat and the summer's coming. They raising up utilities. They don't care how hot you are in your place. They don't give a damn. And they want us to pay for all of this AI stuff, all of these massive sites that are going to use all this power and water. They want us to sacrifice so that they can control us with that.
Yeah, because
shortage of food, man. That food is free. I want to listen. This is the experiment I need everybody in this chat to do. This is the experiment I need y'all to do this weekend. Okay, I want y'all to find a plant, a bush, a thorn bush. I want y'all to find something, a tree that produces fruit or vegetables. I know they're hard to find now. They used to be everywhere. I told y'all back in the day, everywhere you walked, it was fruit trees in every neighborhood. We don't see fruit around here. It's by design. Okay? But I want y'all to just find out where, even if it's just a field where they growing corn, they growing berries, whatever they growing. I want y'all to look at that field. I want y'all to see those plants. And I want y'all to actually walk up to the plant and ask the plant or the tree, why are y'all charging us more for your fruit? How much y'all gonna charge us for this fruit? And are we gonna have fruit? Yes, let's have that crazy conversation with the trees and the plants that provide us with food. Because the powers that be saying it ain't gonna be no food. It's gonna be shortages forever. Got us buying water, stocking up. We get scared, man. We get scared every time they hit us with it. And they run the same game.
And we fall for it.
Man, we fall for it. Listen, they go to this. This how far they go to sell the game to us. Then they put it in Costco and Home Depot survival kits. They put a survival kit in there so everybody can buy into it. Costco ain't laying nobody off. They're like, man, they buying it. They buying it. Look at them. They cleared the store out. They done bought everything in the store. Because we sit around in panic, and the people, they just playing with our head, man.
Just like we panicked during COVID. They told us COVID was killing people, and now it's been reduced to like the flu. It was the flu the whole damn time.
That's
It
all.
was just that's scaring us to take these vaccines, scaring us to be in our homes, scaring us to work. It's just a whole big distraction. It was a whole big fear factor for us to get us to comply, and that's what narcissists do. They scare us to get us to comply, and we do.
And we do it. And we do it. We do it every time. We sit around and we get like, huh? What's going on? I'm sitting, listen, China. I'm sitting here listening and I'm thinking, wow, with all of the craziness and the job losses that they saying we having and all of this, the downfall of society and everything like that, with all that going on, how are people still, why do we still have so much new construction out here?
Right.
Where I go, they building new houses, new townhouses, new condos, new single family homes. I'm sitting here like, hold it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because they showing us that the economy is bad for us, not for all. That's what that's showing.
There you go. That's right. They picking and choosing. They picking and choosing. They said, okay, we need some more people in the millionaire class because I need some more millions, and we need some millionaires to turn into billionaires because I need to be a billionaire. Now we got a billionaire who wants to be a trillionaire. So that means that in order for us to be that, we gotta cut out the middle class, y'all.
Yeah.
We gotta cut them out. They gotta be poor people now. We can't have nobody in the middle. Okay, because we gotta take that money and give it to the upper class. They got salaries. Y'all notice their salaries ain't going down. Their salaries, the only ones that are not staying the same, the people who do the work, man. They look at it like, okay, but I'm the head. I'm the head.
So that means we're the tail.
Whoo, man, oh man, we get to do the work. Oh my goodness. There it is. Say, my man D said, I'm in construction and building is not slowing down one bit. That's my point. That's my point. All this panic out here, it's a hoax, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's a hoax, man.
When I drive around, people got their houses on the market. If the economy is so bad for certain people, why are people selling their homes? When you think that they would be in foreclosure, they're telling us that the markets are not good, that this is that. It's the deterrence, because if we don't want better things, we're not going to want a better income. It's to keep us at the level that we're at, to keep us working for the rich, to make the rich richer. They can't stay rich without us. They're not going to do the jobs. They're not going to send their kids to flip no fries unless it's a PR stunt. They're not. I mean, come on. The jobs that we're doing, we are beneath them. Why do you, if you look at it, when they reward you for them making billions of dollars, they give you a freaking pizza party or grill some steaks on the grill.
That's it. That is it.
How about sharing some of that damn money you just got?
Exactly. You know what's happening to it? Because they not, just like you said, all the money that he made off tariffs. Where'd that money go? Where'd the money go? What happened to all that money that we pay every year for defense contracts? See, now we finding out how bad they lie and how bad they steal. Because they thought they telling us we got bombs and stuff stockpiled for the next 20 years we could be shooting. Well, we just saw y'all couldn't even get through 30 days of a fire exchange. Where the money go? Where them bombs at? Y'all claim we had. Where them bombs at? Did the FBI claim they looking for all the missing money out here? What happened? What happened to it? They do audits on these people. They do audits on America, and they do audits on money. And they sitting there letting multi-millions of dollars. Oh, we can't explain where it went.
And then the funny part about it is they never do audits on the rich. It's the poorest of people because they think we are the ones who will commit the fraud. And they do it on us. And it's so convenient how Congress or whoever, we want to see their tax papers, suddenly they're being audited. No, the hell they ain't.
They ain't. Oh my goodness, man, that's a joke. That's a joke. And your boy ain't never been audited since he been in there. They asking him, he won't even tell them what he pay in taxes. He like, man, please, I ain't telling y'all nothing. And that's why they trust him so much. Like, this is how we roll. We not paying. That's for the poor people. They pay for us to live like this. Guys, they dogging us, man.
Man, I have some political stories to tell, stuff I've seen, stuff that I've heard. Like I said, I voted on things and people making sure they getting the salaries that they want and it's giving minimum help to the public and you voting on this stuff. I mean, oh my God, I've seen the scene.
What happened to health care for everybody and Medicaid that they taking your Medicaid? They don't even want you to have Medicaid. He's saying, look, we need this money for these contracts overseas. I don't need y'all. No, y'all Medicaid ain't gonna make it. We can't put it in this contract. We let y'all do that when y'all get the Democrats back in next time. And guys, yesterday they put in for another vote. One of those Congress, one of his boys, put a bill up in front of Congress to ask for him to be able to do a third term.
Oh, wow.
One of his boys put it in, said, hey, man, we asking for him to have a third term. They loving it. Why y'all think they love him so much? Because we don't get to see what they doing. Because they know if you saw what we was doing to y'all, y'all be a little pissed off. Y'all would be a lot pissed off if y'all saw what we was doing to y'all.
Yeah.
Looking at it, they saying, hey man, these people, we're not gonna tell America what we doing to them. We're not gonna tell them that we the ones who gonna profit off of all these contracts, that we're gonna rebuild these countries that we tear apart. We go to Iran and get him trillion dollars. To get him trillions. But guess who's gonna have the contracts though? You think they're gonna go to Iran and bring Americans over there to make that money? Man, y'all. The name of the game is hustle. They can go to Iran and pay them little or nothing to rebuild the city, and they got the contract. Good God. I don't think we understand, guys. We don't understand. We don't understand how epic this is of what this dude is doing or has done. It's still in motion, but it's done. It's done. It is done. They doing it, and it ain't no stopping it. It's already happening.
But yeah, I'm reading. Melissa says she caught COVID and she was sick for 4 months. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I caught COVID. COVID came out in, I think, November of 19. And I caught COVID in April of 2020 when they didn't know what it was. And they gave me an asthma pump to help me breathe. That's how much they knew about it. But the thing is, I didn't get sick like they said I would, to have high blood pressure and be high risk and that I'm going to pass away from this if I catch it. I'm going to tell you, they had me so scared that I was poisoning my own family by sanitizing everything too much. We were getting sick from that. That's how much in fear I was. I had to seek therapy out of fear that I was going to pass away from COVID. So, I mean, it was like it's just to scare people.
And they had us on here saying, if you even say it, they shadow banning your channel. They shut the channel down when you start talking against that thing. Because they was low. Now they done pushed it on us now. I'm glad I ain't take none of them shots. Give me the bullet, man. Give me the bullet.
I had two rounds.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm gonna trust this government that I know ain't full of nothing but lies. And they gonna give me something that's free? A shot that's free? Ain't no way. Give me the bullet. Yeah, I take the bullet. And then they come to your job. Oh, if you work here, you gotta hit you. Oh, if you work here, you gotta get this shot. Yeah, they was telling. I remember I wanted to go to New York to see a play while they had everything shut down, and they said you can't even buy tickets to certain plays if you did not have a shot.
Yep, they used to say you couldn't apply for certain jobs if you didn't have a shot.
You cannot work in that hall if you don't have a shot. And now they come out with this mad scientist, man. This dude look like Dr. Jekyll. What's his name? What's that dude name? Telling everybody need to get that shot. He looked like a straight crazed madman. What was his name? Dr. something. I want to call him Dr. No.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was the other dude. The one who oh man, I forgot his name. Somebody in here knows who that is.
Which one? Fauci.
Fauci. There you go.
Yeah, somebody said it. I saw it there. Fauci.
Yeah. Fauci.
I called him Dr. Kevorkian.
There you go. That's who he is. Dr. No. Cause yeah, he's sitting around, he's selling death all day long. He's selling death all day long. He the one who came out with that. Oh yeah, if you don't have this shot, you don't need to be working. Yeah, you don't need to be in school. You don't need this. You don't need we don't want you around if you don't have this shot.
Yeah.
And then see, I knew I wasn't getting it when they said you cannot sue the companies that's making it. Oh nah, you ain't about to kill me with that.
They do. I think those shots were because they can't get people to participate in these studies anymore. That was like to cause a big panic to test drugs on us, I believe.
You know what I believe? I think that the COVID was just a precursor to what we're dealing with right now. They wanted to see how everybody's going to respond to something that goes global because they're about to change this money on us real quick. They're changing it as we speak. They changing everything that's going on, but they doing it in a way. These jokers are smooth now. They smooth the way they do. They like a doctor's like, hey, I want you to look over there, and when I'm gonna stick this needle in you real quick, you ain't gonna feel a thing.
Yeah.
That's how they doing it. Exactly. They hitting us at the gas station. They're hitting you in your pocket where you stress that. They're hitting you in a place where you stress. So that when they're gonna change the system. They're gonna change the system out because I'm thinking now. I don't know because I ain't in their meetings, so I don't know what they're pulling. I don't know the moves they're pulling. That's why they're able to manipulate the stock market. How is Donald Trump able to manipulate the stock market like he manipulating it right now?
Right.
Y'all think he just on that microphone saying stupid stuff? He's saying stupid stuff for a reason. Okay.
Let me close this door. My sister's dogs are barking. She's gone. She left and cut it out. That's my dog's parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, oh man, bro, this thing out here, y'all. We sitting here waiting on doomsday. We sitting out here waiting on doomsday, man. They got us waiting on doomsday.
Yeah.
Guys, the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
The dog said, what they say? What Shot said? The dog said, send the link.
They are so bad. Those dogs, I love them though. They are so bad though. But yeah, this coming on here is my therapy. I needed this, guys. I needed to come on here because I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not eating. My sister can't even get me to eat. So, but yeah, this is my therapy. I need this.
I think it's therapy for everybody. You know, I know when I first started this channel, it was it definitely was therapy for me because seeing how many people around the world. See, this back when they used to share my content around the world, and people was reaching out to me from all over the world. I'd be getting calls from Africa, from London, from Spain, from the Philippines, Dubai. I mean, you name it, South America. Man, I was getting calls from everywhere, you know. But you know, and I ain't mad at YouTube, man. They gave me my shot. I'm cool. I'm cool on them.
Yeah.
It ain't even no hate, man. I ain't even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
Because
I'm guaranteed to ride on anything, you know.
they hate the truth. And that's the thing, like with us giving out this truth like this and teaching you guys the signs and what to look for, these people are not out here surviving like y'all think they are. They're not getting it like they used to. This information, y'all be so surprised how often I hear the word narcissist. You hear it everywhere on every corner, coming to a corner near you. You're hearing it because people know what it is. Even narcissists know what it is. And now when they peep it in another narcissist, they know how to play them. It's even worse when two narcissists get into a relationship now because they're looking for the same signs. These people can't hold that mask up long because they're not getting what they want. It's not what y'all think on the other side. And especially for those of y'all who just got discarded, oh my God, go no contact because that creep will be coming right back. He or she, they will be coming right back because this is not what they think out there. This internet have people so damn fooled that they think they have options and that the grass is greener on the other side until they get over there. They don't even be the ones to crap on it. It already had crap. They just covered it up with grass. They're running into more narcissists than they are us. And then when they see us and we catch the signs, we like, we're easing out of that situation. And they're getting more dangerous. I'm hearing about a lot of people unaliving people. You got in 22, that sick man killed that little girl, that 7-year-old, that FedEx driver. I was watching that case on Court TV today. I was so mad that these people are insane. And you need to be careful out there. You never know what demons people are fighting. We're fighting our own. We can't help people fight their other demons because theirs could be on a whole nother level. And you don't want to get involved with that. And some people fighting demons because they dealing with the karma that they supposed to be getting. You don't want a part of that neither. Deal with your own karma, whether it be good or bad, because God is never. If you notice, when we do stuff and we know we wrong, God don't hit us hard like he do them. He'll give us that tap on the wrist. Hey, you know better.
Mm-hmm.
But with them, it's total destruction because he know the level that he got to go to knock these people down. They're not going to learn from it, but he needs to knock them down because the thing is, what they had planned for other people, they probably would have unalived that other person. So he had to knock them down to stop them from hurting that other person. We don't know what was going to happen to us. These people hate you when they leave. They hate you. It's not in your imagination. They completely hate you. And that's why they do the things they do on the way out the door. It's to destroy you out of hate, envy. It all comes to the forefront. And they unleash it on you, but you know they can't work alone. And that's why when they leave, they got somebody else to help them do it. They got a whole army behind them. Well, imagine how strong you are, because that person couldn't even fight you alone. They had to get an army and still can't win.
Man, you know, so guys, I'm working on a video tomorrow. Whew, good God. I went into some archives that I've been saving for my documentary. And it's one particular video in there that I'm gonna share I'm gonna do this video tomorrow. I'm doing a reaction video to a video that I made 2 weeks before I got divorced. And guys, I'm telling y'all, man, this video is gonna free some of y'all, man. It's gonna, because it's gonna answer so many of the questions, that doubt that you have in the back of your mind, because you ain't caught the narc. You ain't seen them red-handed. You done seen stuff they've done. You've seen enough to really call it red-handed, but you don't have that physical evidence that you want to be able to throw in their face when they try to come back, that you can say, nah, I caught you and I got the pictures, I got this, I got that. And in the video, I'm talking about how I'm going to get divorced in 2 weeks. And I'm giving people just a heads up about how she is still saying, okay, I'm gonna grant you a divorce. We're gonna get divorced because I'm gonna show you that you got me all wrong. Mm-hmm. I'm going to show you, you called it wrong. You called it wrong. I'm not this terrible person you think I am. I'm not this horrible cheater that you're calling me. You got it all wrong. I'm telling you, I'm going to show you. And God, that's the seed of doubt. Yeah. Narcissist wants to plant in your mind. And I'm saying back then, I did not have that foresight. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the wisdom on the situation that I have today. And that's why I'm doing a reaction video to it, because I get to report this is what was actually going on at that time when this person was telling me, when she was telling me, you got it all wrong. I'm telling you, you got it all. She swore that it. Oh, you know, I've definitely not been this person, and you just got it made up in your mind that I'm just so malicious and I'm this and I'm that, and guys, and this is why I tell y'all, man, it's so much worse than what you thought it would, than what you think it is. It's so much worse than what you think it is. You don't want to know the truth, guys. I'm telling you, when you don't know the whole truth and you just got little bits and pieces, that is God protecting you. That is God protecting you. You don't need and you don't want to know the truth, because now that I know the truth, now that I know what was going on, now that I know how cruddy, how grimy, how dirty she really, and I don't listen. I just know some of the dirt. I don't know all. Good God, I don't know all the dirt. But I know for a fact, if I would have let that bug in my ear and listened to it, I probably wouldn't even be on right here in front of y'all now. I probably would still be in that horrific, trifling, good for nothing, sorry, no good entanglement that did not serve me well, that served me very, very offensively. I would still be in it arguing back and forth, heart pressure, my blood pressure would be crazy through the roof, just all kinds of health issues by now or soon to come. Guys, the level of stress that you're putting on yourself. Yeah. The level of confusion that we keep ourselves in because we listen to this rat. Because you're listening to this rat thinking, but what if? I'm here to tell you another thing. Guys, most of us grew up learning how to be in a relationship, learning how to fix a relationship. very few of us were taught how to end a relationship, how to cut people off. Very few of us were taught how and when. You hear me? Very few people were taught when and how to break up a relationship. And because we weren't taught that, we sticking, I need to stick around. I must need to do some more work to help this work out, to keep this together. Because we weren't taught, there ain't no fixing something like that right there.
Yep.
Person don't even respect you. That person don't even respect you. Yeah. And guys, I'm saying this even in my situation. When I look back at it, I'm like, wow, that female didn't have no respect for me. And I'm talking about absolutely none, no respect for me.
From day one.
From day one. It was a lose-lose situation. And I sat back there and I sat for years, for 25 years. I'm trying my hardest to fix it. I'm trying my hardest to fix it. For 25 years, I was trying everything in a book to fix that sorry, no good mess. And it wasn't worth it. I'm telling y'all, it wasn't worth it.
I want to say to Cynthia, she said she haven't seen this karma. They're not going to let you see it. He could have got it 20, 50, 111 times over and you would know, because they hide that. Because they don't want you to get the last laugh. They don't want you to get that bit of information and know that they went down. They want you to think it's all peaches and cream since they left you. Of course, you're going to hear, oh, they going on fancy vacations and the new baby. Nobody's going to come on there and say, oh, Ken and Barbie was arguing today. You're not going to hear that part. No relationship is without arguments. No. You're only hearing what people want you to hear. And you shouldn't be hearing it. And I know sometimes we can't help it because we have them relatives that we love, like my sister. I love her. And if she hears something, she's going to tell me about it. But I know she's not trying to, give me, bad advice or say get back with that person or feel empathy. She just pass it on. And it's no harm in it. But don't let that get to you, because this person, it seems to be living a good life. He could have health issues that you don't even know about. He could be on his deathbed. He could be dying. They hide everything because they don't want you to know. The only people know are the people that's closest to them. And they're not going to tell you that, because the other people they around are narcissists too. And I want to add to this what Harriel said. We were not taught to cut people off. And then sometimes when we think we learn, we mastered the art of cutting people off, we don't truly cut them off because we're not cutting their relatives off. You got to cut the cord on everybody. You can't stay connected. Those are not your people. Those are their people. And they're going to be on their side. I don't care what they feed you and say to you and say that person was wrong. This person, especially mother and dad, they raised that animal. So, of course, they're going to tell you that that's a good person. And it's not. They're going to tell you they're on your side. They know the game. They've done it 50 times over in their lives, too, because they're narcissists. So they know what it takes to keep you entangled. They done it with that person, with their exes. Their parents always in contact with their exes, always.
Man, oh man, I like that. That was a word right there. You got to cut off more than just that narc. Guys, we have never been taught the game or the strategy of cutting somebody off. And when you haven't been taught that strategy, then you don't know how to do it. You think that, I'm supposed to work with people. I'm supposed to be forgiving to everybody. And I'm supposed to give people a second chance and let them prove themselves. That's all we learned growing up. So now we're on the big stage in real life where we see this is how people act and this is how they're going to conduct themselves if I'm always here to fix everything. If I'm always, I'm gonna do this. Okay. I know you broke it again. Let me fix it again. Let me put us back together again. Oh man, I know you cheated again, but I'm gonna forgive you. I'm gonna be the bigger person again. Man, listen, y'all. This ain't about being fickle and destroying a family that's put together. This is about getting away from toxic people. Okay. This is about getting away and staying away from toxic people. These people mean to do you harm. They are not good influences in your life. They are not people that you're going to one day walk into and they're going to turn around and, get it right. They're not going to go off into another relationship and the person that they are with is going to enjoy the rest of their life. That's one thing we be sitting around here wondering and be jealous about it. How you going to be jealous of somebody's relationship? Oh, they got together in that relationship. For what? They didn't get it together for you.
Right.
That's all you need to know. I'm only giving you the extra because sometimes, man, we just can't even fathom that my life wasn't supposed to be with that person.
Right.
We can't even fathom the thought of that. So now I got to tell y'all the truth about the thing. Not only are they not happy or getting along with the person they with, the moment you think that you want to be there, because you think you do want to be with that person, I'm here to tell you that person, if you ever get back with them, it's going to be the worst mistake you ever made in your life. If you think you pulling your hair out now, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing of the level of disrespect the person they dealing with now.
Yeah.
Y'all think we're just living it up and they just happy and life is just so festive and we just, oh my goodness, we going to the moon. They ain't going nowhere but to the police station, to the courthouse.
One thing that we got to understand is, and I say this time and time again, if they did go off into another relationship and be happy, so what? They wasn't happy with you. And you have to live with that. It's nothing you did. When somebody can't find happiness somewhere, it's something within them where they can't find it. Nobody jumps from relationship to relationship because they're not happy. If a person can never make you happy, it comes from within. So if a person ever tell you that they're not happy, don't ever take that personal. It's not you. It's them. It's something that they're fighting. They don't have that self-love to produce that happiness. And that's why they envy us and hate us, because we can produce that happiness. We can smile through the pain. They think about unaliving themselves through the pain. They think about slipping in some more coochie or whatever when they're in pain. They mask their pain in different ways. We find a way to come out of that funk. When somebody show you how they handle conflict, and it's by running to another person or doing you some harm, they already told you who they are. And I don't care if they leave and come back. You take them back, they saying, you know who I am. You accepted what I gave you, and you're taking me back. They're not going to stop. They're just going to get smarter with it. They're going to get sneakier with it. And when you catch them, it's like, so what? They know you're not going to leave. And if they did, you're going to take them back. That's the attitude that they have. That's their mentality. These people are true psychopaths. They're not sociopaths. They are freaking psychopaths. And they one snap away from ending it all with you, them, whoever. Thank God that person ran off and he's somebody else's problem and not yours.
Ooh, man. Good gracious. Good gracious. Y'all, man, if it was ever a time where y'all could really, really say, man, I dodged a bullet.
Man.
You do not understand. You dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet. Okay, you dodged a bullet and you be feeling sorry for them. But what about, I used to take care of this for them and I did that and and who gonna do that for them now? And you be sitting there worrying about who gonna take care of the stuff you were doing. You was doing so much for them. You worrying about are they gonna be okay? Forget the fact that they out there sharing themselves with every and anybody who will jump in. Forget about that part, right? You worried about, but they still need what I was doing for them.
Yep.
Do that for them now.
Yep.
And you still feel some level of obligation, like something wrong with you because you're not going, because you like, hey, no, I'm shut shop and shut down over here. You still worrying about what you got to do for them to keep their sorry, miserable path going in the direction it is going in with someone else.
Right.
That they doing behind your back. And they telling you, no, it ain't nothing like that. No, this is innocent. You got it all wrong. It's not. Oh, you're being what do they call that? You're being jealous. You're being insecure. There you go.
Bitter.
You're bitter. You're insecure. You need to stop. And
you're just mad because I don't want you anymore. And
you're gonna hear it all because they have run on to somebody who is not the person they with right now. Their nose wide open, the same way your nose was wide open when you met the narc.
Yep.
Okay, your nose was wide open. You would not say no. You was just, okay, I'm gonna take care of this. Okay, I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make you love. I'm gonna show you that being with me, you with the best person in the world. You with somebody who's gonna do anything and everything for you.
Not knowing that's the biggest turnoff to them. Biggest freaking turnoff. You have now turned into a parent. And they don't want, that's all they want you for. They try to act like they can't do all of this. They can't set up an email. They can't do this. They can't do that. Let them take your ass to court. They're going to show you all the paperwork they could file, all the allegations they could file, all the lies they could tell. They're going to show you how they get stuff done. And you sitting there thinking, who going to do this and do that for them? Or they showed you, I ain't need you the whole time. That's why they always say, when you say, I did this and did that, they said, I ain't asked you to do that. They didn't.
There you go. I ain't asked you for that. That was something you wanted to do.
Yep.
Nah, that's you doing all that. Nah, I ain't in no no, indeed. You ain't I don't need you for that. See, they want to take anything that you did and they gonna reduce you so that you can't throw that back in their face of which all that you did for them. I ain't asked you for that. That's why they so offensive when they saying it to you. I never asked for that. That you did that because you wanted to do that.
Yep.
So don't be trying to throw that in my face because that's what they do to you. They throw everything in your face. If they went to the daggone refrigerator and and got you a cup of ice. Yeah, I remember 7 years ago, I got you that cup of ice. You ain't appreciate that. That's why I don't do nothing for you no more. Yeah, that's how they going to carry you.
Yeah.
Back worrying about it. Well, guys, you sitting back worrying about somebody. Yeah, we really worry ourselves about somebody that ain't never thought a day in their life of how they was going to make somebody else's life better.
Nope.
You sitting around every single day, every single night, wondering what you can do to make their life easier, to take a strain off of them in their position and what they want to do and things like that. You always looking out for what you can do to make life easier for that person.
Yep.
They ain't thinking about how to make your life easier.
And that's what
make your life harder.
Yeah, because they give you the burden of their lives. You took it on and now everything, that's why they go break everything and want you to fix it. Because now you are the fixer. You are the person that's going to fix everything that they destroy, except for you can't. You're just like a dog chasing his tail. That's the type of situation they put you in. The dog never catches his tail. And that's the thing. We never catch our tail. We can never fix what they break unless it's financial. It's everything they're battling is spiritual. That's something that God has to fix. And that's a curse that we take on, and it curse our lives and drain our finances. And then too, we be the ones isolating ourselves from our family. They'll throw something out there and we'll say, well, they don't want like this person or that person, so I'm just going to step back. And eventually you just distance yourself from that person and they're not in your life anymore. These people are so clever. They've seen this movie before. They know how it works. They know what to say. They know what to do. And they know how it's going to end. And that's why they hate when they do everything to destroy you and it don't work. They hate it. Because like I said, they seen that movie before and there was not one person that it didn't work on.
And it's the same old run. It's the same old game just warmed over. And that's one of the reasons why they're going through so much now.
Yep.
Narcissism is a one-trick pony, y'all. They don't have another move because the one move they have has worked so brilliantly. Okay. And it works for all levels. We was just talking about it with the head honcho of the country right now. It's all about instilling fear. Okay. When you're with the narcissist, you're full of fear. You're scared that you're going to lose something. You're afraid that you are going to lose something. Okay. That's the main tactic right there. What I'm going to lose something, whether it's your money, whether it's your relationship or access to something, but they're going to hold something over your head that's showing you are going to lose. And that is the main thing that they keep you captive with. They're like, hey, you're a captive audience because you're in fear. Right now, you fear you might lose this relationship, or you fear you will lose access to your money, or you fear that they're going to go and be intimate with somebody else. See, if you was in a real relationship, you wouldn't have fears like that. If you was in a relationship, somebody really cared about you, you would never think like that. You'd be like, man, nah, this person loved me. This person ain't about to go over here and do nothing crazy like that. Nah, I ain't got to worry about that. With the narcissist, you're going to be looking over your shoulder every single day, every single night. That's going to be your whole life, looking over your shoulder, because there is no security with them.
Nope.
The only time you're going to be secure is you'll be secure in losing everything.
Yep. And we become the biggest and the best and the smartest crime scene investigators ever. We become detectives. Man, I mean, we search high and low for evidence. That's the type of, if somebody love you, they're never going to put you in a situation where you're going to have to start tracking their location or checking their phones or where are they going? When are they coming back? Do I got to make sure they are where they say they are? No one's never going to, if they love you, never going to make you feel like that's something you have to do.
They're not. They're never going to make you, you're never going to feel that insecurity.
No.
I'm going to tell you, man, being in a good relationship with somebody, you're going to have, and I think everybody owes that to themselves. A lot of times we don't pick good partners because sometimes we just not attracted to the person. Sometimes you need to be with somebody you ain't attracted to just so you can be in a good relationship for a little while, so you can at least see what it feels like. Like, whoa, I might not really be that physically attracted to this person, but I'm mentally attracted to this person. You know, you need to know what a real relationship is supposed to feel like, because it ain't all about this struggle, man. It is not all about this struggle and, you know, this struggle love and how we gonna get through this and how we gonna make it. Listen, that's when you're 19 and 17 and, you know, you're getting into your early 20s. That's that struggle part.
That puppy love.
Nah. What'd you say, China?
I said that puppy love in the beginning when you're 17 and
there you
18.
Go. There you go. Right now, no, you ain't supposed to be out here, finding somebody that, and oh man, they got all of these crazy issues and this and that and it. Oh, no, that's not what life is supposed to be like at this point in the game. No. Focus for Life. Thanks for the super chat. Focus for Life said they deal with so many partners at a time, yet still don't experience happiness. Wow. Say that. They deal with so many partners at one time, yet still don't experience happiness. They have a void that can't be filled. And guys, we be sitting there and they do it. Guys, one reason that a narcissist runs out here and they run to every and anybody that will talk to them. When y'all actually break up, I'm telling you, they answer every email, voicemail, inbox, every like on their social media, anything somebody said. They going back 5 years at whatever to somebody. Yep. Because they looking for anybody. They're looking for everybody to replace you. And they're looking for everything they can do to hurt you. Yeah. It's going to hurt you to know that they've been with not one, not two, not three, but several people. They know that effect that's going to have on you. They do. And that's one of the reasons why they act so reckless. And guys, another reason they act so reckless is so that you won't do it. They do it so that you won't do it. The same way that we, when we go out and we do something, like I always use that example of you just going to the store, you know what I'm saying? And you just giving them, spilling the beans. Hey, babe, I'm going to go to the store. You want anything? No. I probably as I walk to the car, I'm going to check my heart rate. I think I'm still at about 77 beats a minute. I probably blink about 289,000 times before I get down there and get back. I'm on my way. I'm gonna be breathing kind of heavy and anticipating this light over there. We writing a whole book about we just going to the store, and we do all of that explaining because we want the narcissist to explain it when they go somewhere and do something.
Exactly.
And they're not gonna do it.
No.
Go somewhere, they just go. They don't say nothing to you.
And their favorite is when you find out, I don't have to tell you my every move. I don't have to tell you where I'm going. I don't have to tell you this.
You ain't my mother. You ain't my father. I don't owe you no explanation. You think because we married that I ain't going to do what I want to do? What you trying to make me a slave driver? They so fast going to check you because you trying to put up a boundary. They going to check you. And guys, the craziest thing in the world, the craziest part of this in the world is they want to run the street, but you bet not.
Nope.
Not think about going out and hanging out with your friends.
Nope.
You bet not think about it. And the reason you bet not think about it is because a narcissist listen, they know what they doing when they out there.
Yep.
They know listen, if you married a narcissist and they go out, I guarantee you, they are if they went somewhere with their friends, they are the person of their friends that's talking to everybody they can. They're the center of attention everywhere they go with their friends. The married one, the one you with. Yeah, that narc, they going out, they listen, and they talking to everybody and anybody at every space they go to. They flirting with people, they buying drinks or they accepting drinks, they winking, they doing anything they can do to get all of the attention around the friends that they are with. And if they get lucky, man, hey, I got one tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and make this move, and I get home when I get home.
Right.
Yeah. And then when I get home.
And then you tell them, well, I tell you where I go. I didn't ask you to. You just tell me. I've heard that several times over. Because they know you're going to tell them. And the minute you don't, then they think something's up. But the minute you do, I didn't ask you that. And I want to say this too, that, this statement is so true. Still, they don't experience happiness. Happiness is supposed to be experienced with one person. If somebody's is dealing with multiple people, where is the happiness in that? You could supposed to only be happy with one person. They cannot be fulfilled. It's a void, and that void is God. They gave God up. And that's why we can experience it, because we still have him. We have not turned away from him. We may not be living the way that we should be living, but we know God is God, and we know where to go when things is not going our way. And when we're feeling down, we don't go to hurt somebody else or to cause problems for somebody else. We go to God. The only way they know how to handle somebody is to add another body to their roster. And also, that's another thing they do. Y'all think when they leave that they just one person? No, they in everybody's inbox building a roster, because now your position is about to be open, and they're not about to sit and settle for one person. They be texting other people while they with that new person. They got to keep them going. They got to shoot them. They got to get them breadcrumbs to keep them in the loop, to keep them in the lineup. See, y'all think they just be over there happy? Is this, is that? Woo, woo. Why do you think when some people say, oh, he slept with his ex on our wedding night? That's what they do. But you're not going to hear that part. You're not going to know that part. You just going to know when that, some people are fortunate to know when that situation ends, and then they in something else. These people cannot be alone. A body is their oxygen.
They cannot be alone because they have a much bigger fear than even you and I had, that they could possibly be alone. Their greatest fear is being alone. They never want to show. They never want to show what they look like when they have to be alone. They will always listen, guys. Just because they not with the person that they left you for, okay, they're not alone. Because before they're going to be alone, they will get on their knees, they will beg, they will grovel, they will plead to keep that person around just a little bit more. I just need you to stay around just a couple more days till I get somebody else on this bandwagon. Guys, they never stop looking for other people. They know that it's a matter of time before everybody around them is going to leave them. People who are toxic already know that. They know that. That's why they fight for positions of power.
Yeah.
Fight for those positions because they know nobody wants to deal with them. They know it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Control is their game. If they can control you, they can control the narrative, they can control the relationship, they can control your thoughts, they can control your comings and goings. It's like they want you to be a robot. And if they speak a command into you, you will obey. And that's the type of relationship they want. They don't want to be questioned. They don't want to be told what they can and cannot do. But on the other end, they want to do all of that to you. And they expect you to comply. They expect you to tell them what the things that they're asking you. They demand the answer, but let you demand one. They'll have a whole entire fit.
They will lose it. And that's how they train you. And if you call them out, they're going to swear you exaggerating, you making up stuff. It's the same old pitiful lie, guys. That's why I always will tell you, man, listen, you're always better off without them. They ain't you're going to see that narc 20 years after you broken up with them, and you're going to see the shock of your life. You're going to be shocked beyond anything you ever could imagine, because you're going to be still saying, wow, the first thing you're going to see in your head when you see that narc 20 years later, the first thing you're going to say is, wow, that would have been me stuck here with you. That would have been me in here mad with what you doing. That would have been me miserable. Oh my good. That's how you gonna feel. For all of y'all to think that it's no other way, that's the only person that you could be with, man, you are going, when you see them 20 years later, you're gonna look at them and say, whoa, good God. Oh my God.
20 years? Try 3 or 5.
If you see him 5 years later, you're gonna say, dang.
Yep. Yep.
Years later, 20 years later, they're gonna blow your mind. They're gonna blow your mind because you're gonna blow their mind.
And that's gonna let them know all the time it was you. It's gonna let you know the whole time it was you. It was you keeping them looking youthful. It was you keeping them energized. It was you making sure that they had a roof over their head, that they had food, no matter if they're the ones who got out and got it. You were that motivation for the good in their life, but you wasn't their type. If any man tell you somebody's not his type, look at yourself and say, he's talking about me. You're not his type, because what they always say is not their type is exactly their type. And that's what they end up with. Somebody they said they would never be with. If y'all notice, who they left you for was exactly the person they said that they would never be with. That's not their type.
Come on. That's exactly what their type is.
You're not their type.
That's exactly what the exact one they told you ain't no way, ain't no how, ain't no shape, ain't no form. You got to be crazy if you think I'm gonna do that. That's what they doing.
Yeah.
Every time. Ain't no truth in them, ain't no good in them. You are better off without that in your life. That's actually, most of the time we don't even see it, we don't even know it, but that's the best thing that could have happened to us.
Yeah.
The absolute best thing that could have happened to us, and we fighting it.
It depends on what you do after that. It could be the best thing, because a lot of people don't heal from that. Like I said, I had a sister that passed away because she couldn't heal from her breakup. So it all depends on what you do when it ends. Healing is very, very, very important, because I've seen so much in my life that it's not even funny.
You know what? I mean, that's a good example, because, you know, you can see that a lot of people they got their mind made up. They gonna stick to that one over there. Their mind is made up. I'm gonna make that work somehow, and they be expecting it. Somehow this thing is gonna come back together. Yeah. Because that's how we engineer. We engineer for one relationship, y'all. But we live in a different world now. We live in a totally different world now where, man, you might be in 100 relationships before you find the right one out here.
Yes.
I'm trying to tell you. Yes, you're gonna go through at least 20 or 30 bad ones. Huh? That's what it is. It's narcissists out here, and they look so normal when you see them.
And they're not wearing a mask anymore. They don't care, because they know people know. They'll give you little spurts here and there of goodness, but you know, they know everybody's so desperate, everybody's so lonely, everybody looking for a partner. I don't care what these people on the internet say. Oh, I'm never dating again. It sounds good on paper, because I've said it. It sounds really good on paper.
Yeah, there you go. Grace, you too. Thanks for the super chat, Grace. Grace said, my ex messaged me that I might think he doesn't think about me, but he does. But yet he's the new supply that is 11 years younger. You say why?
Wait.
That's a whole nother book right there, Grace.
Because he feels like he has the wisdom over that person and could control that person. A lot of older men tend to tell younger women that they should listen to them because they know better. And they feel like they could do that. But anybody who messes with somebody younger than them, it's about money nowadays, especially these young girls. Oh, they think they got them a sugar daddy. They be running off to something that don't even want them. They just want their money. If they dress this word narcissism up as midlife crisis, that's what we thought it was this entire time. Just people running around having a midlife crisis when it was narcissism the whole time.
What? Woo, you just said a word right there. They told us this midlife crisis. No, it's not. I mean, now my thought is, for real, 11 years, that ain't that big of a difference. Usually men are a little older than a woman anyway. I think that's been my whole life. At least 3 or 4 years, at least maybe 4 or 5 sometimes. So, I think most of the time it is a difference in the ages. Now, depending on how old y'all are, that makes a big difference, because if y'all like in y'all 30s, like if you're 30 and she's 19, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? That ain't quite, like how's that gonna work?
There's nothing about a 19-year-old that could turn me on sexually. I'm sorry.
I'm saying that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, 30 and she's 19. It's like, whoa, okay. Y'all just that's a big difference at 19. But if you get up to about 50 and she's 40, then that's not really a whole lot different at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I think that my personal thought is, of course, we different. Men and women are different. Now, if he's going for somebody that's just younger, I don't know. It's so many different things that you could say in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because, and it's not just men going younger, which lots of women are going younger. That's like the new thing out here. I see a lot of women out here. We call the younger guys Thundercats. Yeah, they call them Thundercats. So, you have, it's a different dynamic out here, man. When it comes to ages, my personal thought is 10, 11 years, that ain't that big of it ain't that much of a disparity, depending on what age you are, though.
Yeah.
It does depend on what age you are, because if he's 60 and she's 50, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't that big of a deal, you know what I'm saying? But again, if he's 30 and she's 19, then yeah, that might be a problem. If he's 25 and she's 15, yeah, he probably gonna have to answer to the law. You know what I'm saying? But hold up, is that her saying something again? Nah. I mean, again, like I said, people gonna go for whoever they go for. You know what I'm saying? And you said he messaged you. He messaged me that I might think he doesn't think about me, but he does. Oh, okay. He's saying to you, you might not think about me. I mean, I don't think that you're thinking about me, but I'm thinking about you. So when people get out of a relationship, they know both of y'all thinking about each other. Period. Even if you got somebody new, you still thinking about that other person. It's still them thoughts still coming back in your mind. And the one thing that I want everybody to have a total understanding with, okay, whether it's a narcissist or not, okay, I want y'all to understand that, guys, that's perfectly normal to think about each other. That's something wrong with you if you're not thinking about
right.
who you just broke up with.
Right.
Something is wrong with you if you're not. Okay, but there is going to be, and y'all going to think about each other for a time. That's just how life is set up for everybody.
Yeah.
You're going to have, it's going to take time before you can, veer off into, okay, I'm not even thinking about this person. It took me a long time to get like that. I know it took me at least It took me at least a year. But I was with somebody for 25 years though. You know what I'm saying? And it took, and I'm not, in fact, let me be real with y'all. It took me about 2 years to get the person totally just off my mind. 3 years. When I'm not even thinking about that person. Like right now, I don't even think about that person. Even when I don't say her name, but even when I'm talking about her specifically, I don't picture her in my mind. I don't.
No.
Her doesn't come up. You know what I'm saying? It's like I kind of mentally block that out. I know who I'm talking about. I know the situation I'm talking about, but I kind of just block the face out.
Right.
You know, the visual, the way I used to. And when you fresh out of something, you get that visual. But yeah, so you know, somebody's going to think about you. Yeah, y'all going to be thinking about each other. I think that you still going to think about each other for a long time to come, depending on how long y'all work together. You know,
and it's not like that person is non-existent. Even if you choose to, even when you do completely stop thinking about that person, other people haven't. Other people still having dealings with this person. Other people still hearing things, and they're going to bring that to you. And that's perfectly normal. I mean, because like he said, something has to be wrong with you if you don't think about this person, because that was somebody that we loved. That was that we thought we loved, the illusion of love. They had us believing that they loved us. And the reason they think about you is different for the reason you think about them. Like I said, you think about them because you love them. They think about you because there's unfinished business.
There you go. There you go. And when somebody's inboxing you, they still, if obviously he's still around, you know, yeah, he dating somebody, but guess what? She's younger than him. I mean, but at the end of the day, if he's still inboxing you, then that's telling you it ain't what you think it is. It ain't what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? I think that women think that, and again, I think that a lot of times women think that when a man dates somebody really younger than him, that it's just a sexual thing, that it's just all. And I think that y'all think that because that's what it is when y'all date younger. But the reality is that, you know, guys, a relationship, if you're a toxic person, I don't care how young they are when you date them. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a train wreck. No matter what, it's going to be a train wreck. For me, I personally can't date but so young because I don't know how to talk to somebody too much younger than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We would have too many different things that would be, you know, I couldn't talk to a woman in her 20s. I just don't, we wouldn't even speak the same language, I don't think. I just don't see how we could, you know, and I don't see how I would be able to fulfill her life in a way where, because she's used to young things. She's used to young artists, young music. I'm old school. I want to hear some Earth, Wind, and Fire and Isley Brothers. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't into that, we ain't even gonna really vibe too much. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if she's a young narcissist, she'll mirror it.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. And then it's okay. It's not just that; it's also appearances. So when we go out,
yeah,
girl that just look like my daughter, and I know she looked like my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And she's like my daughter's age. You know what I'm saying? Like my daughter would be, if my daughter was living, she would be older than in her 20s. My daughter would be 35 right now.
Mm.
You know, that would be somebody that would be younger than my daughter, or me dating somebody my daughter's age. You know what I'm saying? It would kind of have that kind of, you know, to me. And I'm not knocking nobody for what they do. That's everybody got their own business. You know, I don't know why people choose that. I'm assuming, because I'm still green at a lot of this stuff too, but I'm just assuming that people choose things because you know, that's what they're attracted to. That's what they liked. And that's the person that was open to date them, you know, I assume. I just don't really look at stuff like with the age thing like that, you know. I just kind of look at it like, hey man, you know, people like what they like, you know. And that's all of us. You're gonna pick the guy you like. You know, at the end of the day, if you meet a guy that's 10 years younger than you and y'all hit it off and he's respectful and he got his head on right, there it is. Just like, wow, I never thought I would have did that, but here I am. You know what I'm saying?
It's, Dee said nobody says anything when women date younger. Tia Mari is 30 years older than the YN she's dating now, and she's getting praise. She's not getting praise from me. The
Yeah,
thing,
she dating someone?
yeah, I saw the pictures. Some young dude with dreads or whatever. I saw the pictures on the internet, and yeah, my deal is
Did she beg her husband to get back with him? I thought she got back with dude.
No. My thing is, I just feel like Ariel said, you shouldn't date, and this is women too. Somebody that look like they could be your kid. I mean, I don't know how old that guy is. That's none of my business. If I see it, I don't judge it. To each his own. I just let whatever be. I don't have nothing to say about whether it's a man or a woman, whatever they date. But I'm not gonna lie. If I see with somebody, a woman or a man with an 18, 19-year-old, I probably give them a swift kick up their ass because they know that's wrong.
Yeah, that's Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner did that. He was 90 years old, still marrying 20-year-olds. Nobody said a thing, man. That was the Playboy Mansion, you know. But I didn't know that. I thought Tia Mowry I thought dude had just sucked it up and went on and took her back, man. That is, ooh, you talking about a Jezebel. Good gracious.
Why would he? He's doing better in life. I mean, he's making money. He's living his life.
He was acting like he was going to take her back.
He probably would have. We all been there. We all have been there. We all can put up with certain things and certain cheating and,
but you know. The difference, I think there's a difference when it's put out in public like that. I think it's a difference when they put you in public in front of the world to see you and examine y'all relationship. And, you know, she puts this big show on, you know, we've graduated. Our marriage, we graduated. We finished. It was a success.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you like, what? And now she what? How old is she? She couldn't be more than about 40 herself, right?
Maybe a little older. I don't know.
What, about 40, 45 maybe? Is she 40? I thought that Tia Mowry was she can't be older than about 40. And I'm not saying that just because she does look young, y'all. I mean, hold up. How old is let me ask Google real quick.
Yeah, I agree, Bella. They both do seem toxic. I saw the pictures, and that it's just a matter of time before that situation blow up. Wow. And then they're in the public eye too. It's gonna be that much.
Huh? Was 50. She looked good. She looked good for her age. I'll give her that.
I didn't think they was older than me.
She 47.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say. She kept it together. She dating somebody who 27?
35. That's not bad.
Oh, well, yeah, he only 12 years. She's 12 years older than him. but she the same one talking about how, man, Tia Mowry wants a guy she can control. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all that it. She want, and I say control because she is the one who has the money. Because, you know, she's not dating, you know, And you know what? I guess this could help out the other question that was asked. Why do men do that? And because both sexes do it.
Yeah.
You
Keisha
know,
Cole has a young.
huh?
Keisha Cole has a very young man.
Keisha Cole. But Keisha
Yes.
Cole also dated older guys too. She dated Floyd Mayweather.
Ew.
Yeah, but I mean he's older, so
I just don't like him as a person. Okay.
I don't know Floyd's. I like his boxing.
He's arrogant.
Yeah, he arrogant. Would you be arrogant if you had $1 billion?
No.
Okay.
No. For what?
You said we'd be like, hey, China, can you send China a message that, her, like, just would like her to just, she got like 30 seconds to stop by the show.
You know I would.
But what I was getting ready to say was, I think it's a little different with men and women, when it comes to dating. It is different. I don't think it's different. It is different. She left her husband, and she was saying, she got tired of carrying everything, right? That was one of the issues that she had with him, that she had the money and he didn't. But then she goes right back to somebody that she's going to be taken care of. So a lot of times I think that money, gives people that mindset. That money gives people that mindset that I'm going to be running the show.
Yeah.
And you're going to respect and do what I say, and I'm going to do what I want. And they in Hollywood, so man, it's Hollywood, man. And no disrespect to y'all who out there on the West Coast, but Hollywood, man, please. That's a joke. Ain't no way I wouldn't date anything seriously in that area. No, indeed. Everything goes out. Any and everything goes out there, man. That is the land of the lost. Good God.
Right. It's not called Hollywood. It's called Hollyweird.
It absolutely is, man. That's the truth. I ain't saying they ain't got some good people out there. They got some good people in Cali, but man, anything goes out that camp, man. You can get into anything you looking to get into out there. So, and that's the main thing they talk about is the dating scene out there is like, whoa. I talk to guys that say, man, flat out, bro, you meet a woman in Cali, bro, you better run, fool. You better run. Okay. It is a pass around situation in Cali. But again, we talking about the movie star situation, and she left her husband to be with whoever. She was chasing behind some dude. That's why she left her husband in the first place. She was chasing behind a dude, and because she plays this sweet, innocent role, she's an actor who plays this sweet, innocent role. She is not that person. By a long shot, she's one of the Hollywood's best Jezebels, in my opinion. She out there just slinging it. And that's what she wanted to do. She's like, hey, man, look, this merge stuff is boring, bruh.
See, but you know what? Somebody said, let's just keep it real. There's always been this double standard for men and women. And it's also for years have always been a double standard for men can sleep with as many people as they want and be called a man, and a woman could be called a hoe if she do it. So you have to see it from both sides of the coin. Women have been downgraded. Women have been talked about and degraded in rap songs, in songs for a long time. So it's always been in a man's favor. And now when a woman can do the same thing that a man does, now there's a problem. Nothing should be said on neither side.
Well, if we're going to examine that, let's examine it. Yeah. But it is something to be said on the other side. Like it or not. I know you might like it, but you're not a man. It's a double standard in life. We don't get to be women. Y'all don't get to be men. That's just what it is. We don't get to choose who we get to be with. they say y'all don't get to choose who y'all gonna marry, but I don't necessarily totally agree with that. But y'all agree. The saying is women get to choose who's going to mate, men get to choose who's going to marry. So,
Yeah, but women are taught how to be wives and men are not taught how to be husbands.
That's not true. That's not, and you know what? I'm glad you said that. Because as men, we are taught to respect women from being little kids, from childhood on up. And we're not taught to not respect the no good women. We're not taught to not respect the Jezebel. We actually have to teach each other. Like what y'all see going on right now. We have to teach each other. Hey man, no, that one ain't no good, bro. Them right there, those ain't no good. Because men are literally taught to respect women no matter what. And y'all will say, well, why are y'all out here with these no good hussies? Because we was taught to respect all of it. And the way that calculated in our minds is that she might not be no good, but if she with me, she'll turn into some good. You know how they say you can't turn a garden tool into a housewife? You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. We be believing that you can. Like, no, I'm with her now. See, she's with a man. So because we were taught to respect women. That's just what it is. Women were taught to have your own. You were taught to not have to trust men. Don't you go out here believing in no man and putting all your eggs in that basket. That's what women are taught. That all of y'all taught. And I noticed y'all let some black y'all gonna laugh back.
Come on, Bella. I love you, girl.
I'm gonna say to that though. But this is what I'm gonna say to that. This is what
Let them talk because I already got my rebuttal.
Okay. So this is what I'm gonna say. If I can tell you examples of how men are taught to respect women. Give me examples of how women are taught to respect men.
Huh? I was reading the comments.
Oh, I said I can give you examples of how men are taught to respect little girls, taught not to hit little girls, no matter if she hits you. You can't hit her back. Even if she does hit you, even as adults, if she hits you, you're not supposed to hit her back, so forth and so on. But how are women taught to respect men?
We were taught how to be the wife. I said not respect. See, that's what you haven't said, how men were taught to be husbands. You're saying respect women. Yeah. You have not once said how
we were taught that women are sugar and spice and everything nice. We were taught that we were supposed to respect women, period. That's what we're taught. I'm not saying that we were, and we're taught that growing up, she gonna get some things that you're not gonna get. You're supposed to open the door for her. You're supposed to hold the door for her. You're supposed to walk on a certain side of the street and you let her sit on a certain side of the street. You're supposed to sit in a certain place when you're in a restaurant. You're supposed to hold her hand. If she's walking over some puddles of water, you're supposed to put a napkin on the ground. You're supposed, if you're on a bus or the subway, you're supposed to get up and let a woman sit down. So we're taught. I ain't saying everybody teaches this, but most of them, at least my generation, was taught how you are supposed to treat women. We were taught that. And my question was, how were women taught to respect men and love men?
Because we were told that you are supposed to respect a man, period, no matter what. And that's what y'all get this submissive stuff from. It wasn't even just broke down in terms. It's just the man is supposed to be respected. And that means with everything. And that's why.
But who instilled that?
The mother.
Who instilled that?
The mother.
The mother instilled you supposed to respect the man?
Yeah.
Okay.
The mother instilled that. Dads were running around having babies, doing this, doing that. I mean, come on, that's not respecting women. Men have, it's rare that a woman goes out and have a baby on a man. Men have doing this for.
Whoa, slow that down. Because while daddy was in the service and he came back over here and a new baby in the house, and he took care of it like it was his own. So it wasn't just one-sided.
That's rampant. Men take things to a whole nother level. Okay, you said a man was taught to respect a woman.
Yes.
Men have been doing this. Men have set the standard that respect is out the door years ago, centuries ago. So you saying that you were taught, just because you were taught don't mean you listen. And like I said, respecting a man is being taught how to be his wife. We're taught how to take care of a man, how to feed a man, how we're supposed to sex our man. We're supposed to please our man. That's what we are taught.
Who is teaching that?
Mom.
Teaching that. And where is the example of those teachings? Where is it? Where is the example of those teachings?
I can't tell you where it's at today, but I can tell you where it was back then.
Right. That we talking about grandma and them. We talking about yeah, you talking about grandma and them. You know, and you know, yeah, somewhere along the line, grandma, somebody said, nah, man, don't be like grandma. Don't be like grandma. Somewhere along the line, somebody said, don't be like grandma. But nah, and from what I think, from what I've seen, for the most part, and I'm not just saying mothers are teaching this. I'm saying I see fathers teaching their daughters, don't be out here depending on no man. I see, and I'm saying that's how children are reared. That's how I see children being reared like that. I remember one day one of my uncles told my cousin that. I told her she need to go out here and see the world and live your life. And I was like, what?
I was never taught that.
Many years ago, but she's married now, but this was many years ago. And I'm saying that, you know, if you have daughters, sometimes the father giving that same bad advice. Don't go out here to That's why
they're doing that now. I've seen fathers do that. They're doing that now. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. So that's not something I'm throwing at women to say y'all just teaching each other, you know, XYZ craziness. I'm saying a society is teaching women. You need to protect yourself. You need to have your own you. And I'm saying it ain't working out good because at the end of the day, you wasn't even designed to just take care of yourself like that. That ain't even your design. That ain't your whole purpose here. How you gonna be a mother, the father, the worker, the breadwinner, the clean? You got to clean your house. You got to do everything. How you gonna do 100% of it and be good at it?
Easy, because when a man leaves your life, you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice but to take on those roles. And men are quick to leave their kids. Men do that.
People will break up. I get it. You got to do the job if y'all break up. But I'm saying that ain't the job. That ain't the way the job's supposed to go.
Unfortunately.
Huh?
Unfortunately, that's how it is now.
Man, look at society now. You don't think this thing buck wild crazier than it's ever been?
Yes, I do. I do.
That's what I'm saying. This whole situation, this ain't how it was supposed to be. What we're dealing with right now, it's not supposed to be anything like this. We live in a society where everything is all about what you got. Show me what you got. You got this, you got that. Okay, because I'm gonna use you. That's all that means. You got something, I'm gonna use you. I grew up in a time where, like, when my mother and father, and even myself, where people got together when we were young and we built something together. And that's what keeps you together through those years. Nowadays, ain't nobody staying together because ain't nobody building nothing together. And if you don't build something together, then it's just like you using each other. Okay.
But people are afraid to build with people nowadays with the way the world is, because when you build with somebody, all they know to do is destroy it. So yeah, people are afraid. I'm afraid to build anything, any type of empire, any type of wealth with a man, because I don't know at the end of the day how that situation is going to end. We women, like Bella said, we're doing very good at it. It's
no, man. No, you're not. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all. And I'm not saying that to disrespect you. So don't take it that way. No, you're not. The same way we not doing good. See, that's what keep us going in that lie. No, we all right. We got this and we got that. You got a bunch of headaches. You got a bunch of headaches that you got to get up every single day and you got to make it happen by yourself. And that ain't the design of life. Listen, you might think it's okay when you, of course it looks good when you got a house and you got your car and you got some money and you this, blah, blah. I got to buy my own clothes. I can do what I want to do. I'm having fun. That's fine and good when you initially start that. But one day you're going to wake up and say, hold up, man. Whatever happened to a family? What about somebody waking up, kissing me and saying they love me in the morning and when I go to bed at night? What about a real life? See, we done turned this fake plastic, I got a credit card. I can go get what I want. I can go do what I want. Can't nobody tell me what to do. That's selfishness. That's how selfish society has turned. Yes, that's how selfish society has turned.
You can't say that's selfish because people want to be alone. You saying be alone. You shouldn't be afraid, but now you're going against what you just said.
And be alone. I'm saying be with somebody who got some sense. I ain't never saying be alone. No, I'm saying be with somebody who got, and sometimes, you got to take a time period to be alone, to get yourself together so that you are at your best, so that you can give somebody your best. Nobody deserves to run into you when you a train wreck. You wasn't even at your best. So how you going to give this person your best when your heart's still over here with this person? That's what narcs do. They run out here and they got a whole relationship going on over here, but they still in this one over here. And now they ready to let me see which one I'm gonna cut off, because somebody gonna call me out and I can't keep this charade up for too much longer. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if we're gonna be real about it, we are designed to be in a relationship together. That's how God made us. That means that you can't create nothing without me, and I can't create nothing without you. We cannot live another generation without each other, without being together. We got to get together at least intimately so that we can have another generation. Okay, so that's telling us we have dropped the ball. We have allowed money and things to influence where we at in this world. And now we judge everybody based on what you got. Like these coins really mean something. We got these old jokers over here who's stealing all the money anyway. So the little bit of chump change we fighting over ain't worth losing what we losing anyway. How many days or weekends would you have rather been somewhere with your family, with your man laid up on a little beach just maybe 50 miles from your house, compared to, hey man, we're gonna be on this girl trip, me and the ladies gonna be down here and we going to Jamaica. Yeah, we gonna have a ball.
See, somebody just said independent means alone. That's not true. Y'all feel like a woman have to depend on y'all for y'all to be happy. I'm going to give a prime example. I don't like the name call, but I'm going to say this. It seems like it's working with Tony Gaskins and his wife. She's independent and he has his own money. So, it does work. There are men out there that love independent women and it can work. People don't have to rely on a man.
He's saying that he's happy and his wife is independent. And they
he's saying she got her own money and he still give her money.
She got her own money and he give her money. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I mean, for people to say that women can't be independent and find love, that's not true. Somebody literally just said independent means alone. No, it doesn't.
If she's independent, that means that she ain't dependent on him for nothing. And she don't need him for nothing. How could you be happy if you don't depend on somebody who at least loving you?
But what we're saying is financially. I'm not never saying.
Then you got to say financially. You got to separate it.
But that's what people mean when they say I'm an independent woman. They mean I'm independent. I can handle myself. They're not saying that a man can't love me. I don't want a man to love me. They're just saying that the part that the man is supposed to be doing, I'm doing right now. But they're not, that doesn't mean that they're not looking for a man to love them.
But if you're telling the world you're independent, right? Then you're saying, if you're saying I don't need you to do this for me, then why would somebody do that for you? Why would a man do that for you if you saying I got my own, I don't need yours?
Because the man
also, if you got the money, then are you spending it on him?
No.
You see how that double standard looks right there? Because as a man, we don't even get to look at your money, or that make us weak.
Because the man who does it that way understands that men are the first to leave. And men, if he's the provider and he leaves that woman with nothing. And we all have been in that situation. I've been in that situation. So.
Well, okay, that happens. That happens. But most times when y'all build y'all life together, oh no, it's a split going down in that camp. It's a split.
Yeah, with the money.
That breakup happens. When that breakup happens, yeah, that means that's a pension getting split. That's a home being split. That's a whole split right there. It ain't no just, hey, figure it out. Nah. That's my experience. Oh no, everything gonna get split down the middle. Yeah, whatever you've been working for all these years, yeah, split that. So, and don't get me wrong, you got some situations, but most situations, them people splitting that. But again, the thing I'm saying is there is a double standard. A man can't say, baby, you're gonna take care of me, you making the money. He can't do that. We can't do that. No matter what, even if you're married to Oprah, she's a billionaire, right? Oprah she ain't marrying somebody looking to take care of no man. And she got billions. So that's my point in saying we're not the same. There always will be double standards, like it or not.
Yeah, I agree. That's just a part of society. We normalize everything that should not be normalized, but that's the world we live in. There
you go. Hey, Tax Baby said, who's going to war? 80% men. And if we go, see, that's the thing. I don't understand why there is this competition, but I do understand why. Because once you bought in a competition, and to me, that's how the devil tempted Eve. He said, man, this joker wants you in the house barefoot and pregnant. Smarter than that. You can go out here and get you this and get you that, and you can work and have your own, and he won't be able to tell you what to do. Eve was happy in her house barefoot and pregnant. She was happy barefoot and pregnant till she wasn't. And then she let that devil get in her ear, and she had one baby with her husband, and the other one by the serpent. And yeah, Cain and Abel. You know what happened with Cain and Abel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what he did? He killed his brother.
Yeah.
They wasn't of the same. Yeah, that story's a little deeper than what they just, the the original versions that or the versions that we get.
Right.
But, you know, at the end of the day, man, we way off kill with, I mean, you can see it in society. We see it in society. How else could they do to us with the things they're doing to us if they didn't have our minds so completely warped in a direction of total destruction? They wouldn't be able to run the games they running on us right now if we were in our right minds. That's the purpose of having the family totally broken apart. When your family is broken apart, you're vulnerable for everything and anything. And that's where we are right now. Like I was saying a little while ago, I see how they're building new developments where I live at. It was a time when you, like if you come through Maryland, right? I live in PG County. Most of PG County used to be single family homes. That's where you moved to because it was a family. Single family home. Yeah, that was the family house, right? Now it's mostly townhouses. One of the reasons is because you have so many single people. And now I'm hearing that the majority is women. The majority is women. So
wait. If the majority is women, then that means men are double dipping.
What you mean?
Because if the majority of people who are single is women, where the other men getting their women at?
Man, men done checked the game. This game over here is so crazy. Men done checked out of it. A lot of men done checked out because you ain't no winning. Because at the end, again, you got to look at, you got to go out here nowadays and you got to have a good job. You got to have good money. You got to look good. You got to have your whole program together, right? So that means you ain't getting a mate to build something with her. What you gonna build? You already got your life together. If you got your own and she got her own, that's why those couples rarely work. Because she used to having her own, he used to having his own. So how are we gonna work this out? I'm used to doing what I want. You used to doing what you want. You ain't about to listen to. You're not coming under nobody's order, except your boss, because that's who paying your check. You ain't about to come in and change that out. That's why things are the way they are. Because a lot of times people don't say, "Hey man, nah, I ain't volunteering for that." Most women nowadays, they're not volunteering for that to go somewhere and submit to him. When I had my own over here, nah. And that's what women are saying. No, I ain't doing that. Nah, I'll go out and get me a younger dude, and he can come in my house we're gonna keep the hefty trash bags at the door, because as soon as he buck, he going home. As soon as he buck, he getting up out of here. But the reality is that they you know, this thing was set up this way for a reason. I know that a lot of women like to think that, hey, y'all just was so smart, y'all just figured it out. But what you were so smart, you figured out a way to permanently kind of make yourself so that you're not even going to be making another generation. That's what I see. I see that it looks like you put yourself in a situation where you ain't going to go another generation. This going to be the last generation for y'all. A whole lot of them. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to nobody. I'm saying that because this is how they really set this thing up. It's like, hey, I'm going to tempt y'all. I'm going to give y'all something, right? I'm going to give you something that's going to take your mind and occupy your mind and make it so that there's no way these guys are going to be able to satisfy you because you got your own. So when you get to go home to your home, just like right now in China, you get to go home to your home and it is as peaceful as you make it, right?
Not right now, no.
Well, you know, not right today, but when you first got there, it's as peaceful as you make it.
Yeah.
So, you know, how willing are you at that point to meet someone and, you know, let's say he on the same exact level.
Perfect.
You moving out of your house, you moving out of his. You like, nah, dude, I worked hard to get here and I've been in a situation. So I ain't, you know. So it ain't that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't that easy. And by the time, by the time a little bit of time goes by, you really look back at this, you're going to find yourself saying like, wow, man, the things that I'm missing out on in real life, not what somebody took me, what somebody spent on me, and how much this costs, and all of that stuff. Because that stuff, man, oh man, they got us, man. That's the best trick. The best trick in the game was right there. What I get, how much I get, how much he get, how much he make, what he got. He gotta have that. It's a criteria with men. We don't even at this point with men. It's like, look, bro, you got to be in the gym. You got to work a job and a half because you got to have this amount of money. You got to have this kind of place. You got to have at least one car. Most of the time they prefer you to have two, but you got to have at least one car. Okay, you got to have everything together, and after you get everything together, you got to pursue her. And men are just like, man, you got to be crazy. I got everything. What I'm going to go chasing behind you for? And it's the same way. Women are the same way. Like, I got everything I need over here. I ain't about to chase over there with y'all. I ain't going to be doing no flirting right now.
They saying that now. They're saying it now. And that's why I say it sounded good on paper when I said it. I could say it till I'm blue in the face, but at the end of the day, I know that I do want love.
So that's my point. But would you exchange it for what they call freedom? See, some people call love freedom. Some people feel like, man, like I feel like that Sade song. Love, to me, love is stronger than pride. Before I'm going to sit here and stand on this pride hill, nah, man, give me a good woman that really loves me. Man, please, we can. Y'all want these heart attack bills and this fake lifestyle that everybody fronting like they really got and don't got. Good God. We the only superstars out here that ain't real superstars, man. It baffles me. These fools right in front of us they snatching all the money out the country. Okay. So you can't claim we got none because they taking all of it. But we over here fronting and faking, pretending like we got something going on that's so strong, that's so worth getting up every day till you drop dead. You ain't no hope of retirement. Think about it, how many ladies got a hope of retirement and retiring into the good life where you don't got to work no more and you still get to live fabulously and this, that, and the third?
That has never happened nowhere in American history. Because I've seen grandpas go back to work. I've seen grandmas go back to work. It's never that easy.
That's the point that I'm making.
I don't care who in office.
Together. See, we thought that when women start getting jobs, as women was getting good jobs, what we thought was, oh man, we got double the money now. We can pool our money and we can put it together and we can come together and do X, Y, and Z. And we didn't do nothing like that. That money that money is what really tore most of these relationships apart, because it told the women now, because that's new for women to be in the workforce making good money and making the most money. It wasn't just enough to say that you get out here and you're making good money. No, y'all had to be positioned strategically to make the most money. See, they already know she can't respect him if she make more than him. She can't. Y'all think Oprah respects Stedman?
We don't know. We haven't heard different, so we don't know.
Do you think, okay, let me say this. Do you think such Stedman can walk in Oprah's house and tell her what's going to happen in here? See, again, when you're the head of the house, it's like going in that house. It's a ruler in it. It's a king in that house. It's a king in the house. And when the king say something, that's what happens. When the queen in the house say something, it happens.
That's all man-made. Women have been fighting for their rights. We fight to be equal because men, it was a time when women couldn't vote and men could. Women couldn't work and men could. The only time they allow us to go ahead and start working is when they start sending our men off to war. Now these jobs didn't have nobody but women, but somebody had to work these jobs. It's like we always get the ass end of everything. We're an afterthought. And that's why we are the way we are.
But was it a good thing though? Was it a good thing?
I mean, being a housewife and getting out working and getting my own because I was financially abused, hell yeah. The best thing that happened to me.
All right. I mean, I can respect that I can respect it to a degree. I can. And I'm gonna say this. That again, the bigger picture is in exchange for the woman's freedom. I guess that's what she called it. I want to see the pictures of the dudes that, you know, that was beating y'all up and stomping y'all and all these other abusive things that women are saying that y'all escaped from being under the rulership of a man. I thought that, you know, well, at one time men were a little, let me just take that back. I'm thinking of my uncles when I was a kid. They kind of did rule with an iron fist. They did. Back in the day, it wasn't even a big deal when a man hit a woman back in the day. She'd say something. What you say? Yeah, so I remember that. So I get it. I get that part. You know, if we're being honest, you know, but when we look at the picture of what it has turned into today, it has turned into a situation where I'm hearing men say they in this dating pool out here. The most that y'all gonna find in the dating pool, the reason they say that it's so gritty and so grimy, because most of the people in the dating pool are married. Most of the people in the dating pool nowadays are married. Yeah, the people who are single, they're kind of checked out because it's like, wow, when do I get to meet my person? When do I get to be with somebody? But you can't, you know, you say that you want to have a relationship that y'all both are equal, but you don't really want that. You know what I'm saying? Because what equality looks like is, you know, hey man, that trash need to be taken out. Equality looks like, hey babe, you know, I need such and such, I need a set of tires for the car. You know, hey babe, you know, you gonna take care of, you know, half of these bills, and I'm gonna take care of this half of the bills. You know, you do this for that, I'm gonna do this for this. It turns into a situation where y'all roommates, and y'all not building anything together because it's all about what you got. It ain't about what we got. When grandma and grandpa did it, it was about what they built together. They built it together. Nowadays, you go in somebody's house, man, they got separate bank accounts. It's separate everything. It ain't a real relationship.
Because narcissists have ran amok and people are in fear. Nobody wants to lose again.
Yeah. I agree. Listen, I agree. But if we gonna say, you know, before we gonna drag all the men about all the infidelity, I think y'all better take another look at Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, and all them court TV shows that told I don't know how many millions of dudes at this point, you are not the father. Okay? Because we're not gonna put that on.
How real are those shows? Honestly, how real are they?
Those are real shows.
No, because I know somebody personally that went on there for the vacation and the money.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
I've never heard that they was fake. I've never heard it, and you know we would have heard that. If it
Let
was
me
fake,
tell you something. My baby sister tried everything, and she's tried them all. I'm gonna say that she's the person.
I mean, it can happen. It can happen, but I mean, let's be 100 about it. Now we can't. What we can't do is sit here and pretend that the women been straight up. Jezebel, the worst thing in the Bible. We not gonna pretend that women ain't played a major part in the infidelities out here. I'm not gonna say that men haven't. You know what I'm saying? There's men in the Bible that had hundreds of wives. So, please, I'm not gonna say that men haven't done, but I'm gonna say this. As men, we were taught that women would never do anything like that. So that's what makes it easy for women to manipulate men. We're taught as men, little boys growing up, that that's going to be a man. If somebody's going to be cheating, it's going to be the man. And that's why so many of us get cheated on now. We really don't believe women cheat like they do. Until you find out you were a narcissist, you ain't with a wife.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we could go on all night with this.
Y'all done started something here this evening, y'all. Y'all got me in time. Talk about relationship talking here tonight. We can get up out of here, y'all. Good grace, we get in trouble. Woo. Look at that. Look at Black Butterfly. I knew she was going to say something.
That's my girl.
Y'all the biggest Jezebels. See that? See how you say that? It don't offend me because I know it's a lot of dudes out here doing wrong. I do. But it's a whole lot of women out here doing wrong too. Good God Almighty. Yes, it is. Last I checked, y'all outnumbered the men in doing wrong. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. One of y'all find a husband, and 5 other one of y'all's be wanting that husband. Be got y'all eyes set on how y'all gonna get him. Boy, oh boy. It ain't enough men to go around. Yes, it is.
Last time I checked,
she got
50% of narcissists was men and 50% was women. So if people are out there taking people's partner,
there's more women than men though, statistically.
Okay. Yeah. See, but as I was taught in school, numbers are manipulated, so we don't even know if those numbers are right.
That's true. That's true. We try. All I'm saying, what I'm saying is that we could go back and forth, and then all we're gonna start doing is starting to sound like the rest of the internet because it's not solution based. That conversation isn't solution based. The reality is that no matter how many no good women out there, no matter how many no good men are out there, we still need each other to make it to the next generation. And if we don't stay together in relationships, then we will not raise children. We will not have a lineage, a heritage that lives on, a generation behind us that will be able to sustain itself. Right now, we are producing degenerates. We're producing a totally degenerate society that will be manipulated because all we talking about is who got what in our society. That's it. All we worrying about is who got what, who got the most this. Oh, I got the most that. Oh, I missed. You ain't nothing if you ain't building a future for your people. You ain't nothing. You are a bum if you out here talking about you got this, you got that, and your children wearing this and that and blah, blah, blah. And at the same exact time, you ain't putting no work in, yet your children aren't seeing what a family is supposed to look like. And you're not even trying. I understand people break up, relationships break up, but are you trying to put something else together to show them some stability? Are you trying to put a good person in their life, in your life, so that you can be an example of a good relationship, so that your children can see that this is what you want to be one day. You want to have a good relationship one day. Because the way we go with this independent job that we've been sold and bought, How your children gonna go on to another generation if they all independent? We teaching the boys how to be the girl and the girl how to be the boy. How is a society going to function like that? You want men to be men, but we teaching the girls how to be men. Teach the boys how to be men. Teach the girls how to be women. How many women been taught how to be the woman? Huh? Think about that. Because you can't be taught how to be a woman and be a man at the same time. Because if everybody around you talking about, you better have your own, you better not depend on no man, that's teaching you how to be a man. That ain't teaching you how to be a woman.
Thank you, Speedy. It is a gender war, and it's too much. I want to say this to William. He said, numbers don't lie, people do, but people created the numbers. So if people lie, the numbers lie.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I'm willing to believe that, man, we can't believe nothing we've been told. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You better believe what you see out here.
Yeah.
And what they're allowing us to see is just total, it's reckless out here. It's reckless out here. It is. It is. I mean, again, when we really break it down and we're really truthful about the male and female agenda, this relationships ain't this hard. They're not. Relationships are very easy. But when you got these different personalities out here, you got a narcissistic personality out here, and the relationship is impossible. It's impossible to have longevity.
Yeah.
We were made to be with one person and y'all just adhere to one another and y'all work through that. And there's a respect for him. There's a respect for her. There's a respect for the children that y'all produce. And that's what the family unit is supposed to be. And somebody said, hey, girl, what about that Gucci bag? Hey, man, she ain't right every night. So, man, you might want to dip over there because so-and-so, she needs some attention too. Somebody in both people's ear. And at the end of the day, we ain't going nowhere without each other. Guys, I'm telling y'all, man, we've been sold a bag of goods that ain't no good. It ain't no good. And that's why we're in a position right now where these people manipulating us, got everybody in the world taking a shot. If we had homes, not just houses, if we had homes where it was a loving environment inside that house, that we wouldn't be going for this mess in society. We wouldn't. Society wouldn't look like this, and it wouldn't feel like this. We have never been this insecure in history that we are right now. You can't do anything. You don't know what's going up or coming down. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Anything goes in our neighborhoods, in our society. And we're not building anything. What we building out here? What we building? Nothing. We building a bunch of nothingness, a bunch of talking points. Because if we're not building something together, man, then we lost. We lost this one, y'all. It's some people taking over the world, and it ain't us. We sitting around here talking about, whose fault is it? Is the one? Y'all women ain't no good. All these dudes ain't no good. That's all we talking about.
And it all boils down to a lack of trust. That's all it is. We don't trust each other, and that's how you create gender wars.
And guess what? Where there is no trust, there is no love.
Nope.
Because you cannot love something you do not trust. Life and love don't work like that.
Yep.
That's what we're going to do with it, y'all. Good gracious. Oh, my goodness. We had it out tonight, y'all.
You know I love debating that issue with you.
We had it out. I mean, at the end of the day, man, it got to be about bringing us back together. We're going to have the hard conversations. Yeah, we gotta have that hard conversation. I saw that comment in there, and you know what, Butterfly, you was right. Who taught us how to be good husbands? You right. We ain't being taught that. Y'all ain't being taught how to be good wives. Y'all ain't being taught how to be wives. So again, it ain't being taught on either side. And it's not being taught or repeated on either side because we're not giving examples of it. We're not giving examples. We got some examples out here of families that stayed together. You got some examples of people who are actually happy, believe it or not. In this world, there's people out here who are actually happy. But they trying to keep their situation a secret because this world is so corrupt.
Yes.
Yeah, this world is so corrupt.
Yep.
It is, man. But the thing is, if the children, you know what our children growing up on? They growing up on struggle. Listening to the music they listen to. You know, the music that I grew up on was the music that my parents, they was listening to that when I was growing up. When they was growing up, they was listening to James Brown and all of these other people who made music. You know, there was actual music. You listen, when we got to sit back here and listen to some of this ratchet mess, when we in our 70s and 80s, and they like, that's old school. Yeah, that NWA, that's old school. No music. Y'all turn the radio on. When I listen to the radio and I listen to an older station, right? A bunch of mess on, and I only listen to it sometimes because, you know, like on Friday, they play a decent little old school mix. But the rest of the week, man, all of that, it's rare that you get to hear music on the radio. This degeneracy is not music. And when you don't hear music being played, that means you're not even teaching a melody. You're not teaching harmony. Our children are not getting that part. It's like all we feeding them is cake and ice cream. We're not giving them any proteins. We're not giving them any vegetables. We're not giving them the nutrients that they need to live the rest of their life. We're giving them just this little part right here that has no nutrients. And then we expect them, y'all guys, believe it or not, we expect the children that came up behind us to one day write laws and make decisions and rules that will govern us in our older years. And Lord knows we not even prepared. So how are we going to prepare them? What you going to leave them with tonight, China? What you going to leave them with?
I'm going to leave you guys with this. The devil is very busy. He has been busy for the past year working on this country and really working on our lives. And, you know, everything is in chaos right now, just dealing with people and dealing with life. And I just want to, you know, give you guys some encouragement to, no matter what you go through, to keep pushing through, because there's always somebody in a worse situation than you. You're seeing the situation I'm in, you people probably saying it can't get worse than this. Yes, it can, because it's probably somebody out there that lost 2 relatives. That's worse than this. So somebody is always in a worse situation than you, and just be grateful for life, for the moment. Live day to day, because if you look ahead, you can't look down and see what's in front of you. And that's where we stumble and fall, because there be so many roadblocks that we don't see it because we're too busy looking ahead. You have to look down and you have to watch your step and take it step by step, because it's not easy out there. It's hard. But you'll get through. You get through anything. I'm getting through it. It's getting, you know, better because certain things are being eliminated from the situation, but I'm still having to deal with the situation at hand. And, you know, it's hard, but I'll make it. I love you guys. I have your support. You have mine. I'm praying for you. It's like you guys are praying for me. And I just say, continue to keep me and your family. I mean, my family in your prayers, because we need it. tonight I came in here for therapy, to be honest, but I just wanted a front seat to it. So that's why I came on. I didn't think I could. And like I said, my sister has always been my rock. I love her. She has never turned me down when I needed her. And she, I'm sure she wanted things to do this weekend, but I needed her. And she's always there for me, and I love her for it. That's my A1 from day one. Love her to death. Like Harriel said, other than God, you need one friend, one person that's going to be there, and that's my friend, my sister, my everything. And I love her to death, tell you.
Yeah, we happy that you doing better.
Yeah.
Good God. Yes, we are. We praying for Keisha.
Yes.
Yeah. She needs some help tonight. Good God. Guys, man. What I'm going to say is, man, we need to get back to family. That's what we need more than anything. We need to get back to family. Because family actually is the cure all. It is the cure all. Family is the cure all. Guys, we're looking at a different time. We're living in a different time. And going forward through this period that we're in, man, it's about to get real rocky, real shaky. They gotta shake it up to keep you distracted. Everything happening around us is a distraction. Yeah, they're gonna tell you, oh, there ain't gonna be no food, buddy. And then they're gonna slow the shipments down of food going to the grocery stores. Just so we'll believe it. Because they stealing that money. And they gotta do it in a way where it's done right in your face. But you just gotta be occupied. How does your enemy, are they able to deceive you and trick you? They got to get your attention somewhere other than you being focused on what they are focused on. Right now, they got us focused on, man, we don't know what's coming next. Gas prices? I can't pay that. Utilities around the planet, they changing the money. They changing the money. And see, when they change it, if they do things right, they gonna be rich from now on. That's all. That's all this is about. Having more money than they can count. They talking about putting this crook on a new $100 bill. They stealing so much money. And they don't even care. They don't even care how we look and see this. Because they know we don't see the whole picture. Ladies and gentlemen, if somebody came to you today and told you, look, man, I'm about to make you a billionaire. You might be a trillionaire. You might be a trillionaire. Do you know how much money that is? It's going to take generations to blow that. They're saying they know something we don't know. That's all. They're saying, I know something you don't know. They're not thinking they know ain't nothing about to crash. The food ain't going to be gone. Everything going to be right back to what it was. Now, the price is not going to be back to what they were. No. The money system has changed, y'all. It already changed. They just ain't swept it all the way out the door yet. Remember, they got us watching this hand while the other hand is behind your back stabbing you. That's all that's going on out here right now. Yeah, it's gonna be famine. I be believing it. It hits so much, so often every day. They got a cloud over us. Like, man, it got to be. But yet and still, I don't see nothing. I don't see no whole lot changing. They say it's changing. They do. They stealing the money, y'all. That's all. They stealing the money. So I'm gonna just leave y'all today with keep your mind in a place where you're open to family. I know family members ain't been right. Good God. I got plenty of them. Good God. But that's all we got, y'all. That's all we got. And we gotta make that means you gotta be the strong person in the family, then that's what it is. We gotta open back up to relationships. Yeah. Good ones. Good ones. We gotta open back up to it, man. We literally don't even see, man. We closing the door. I'll be closing the door. I'm not gonna pretend with y'all like I'm different. Be like, man, y'all got to be crazy. This deal over here. I'm being real with y'all, man. It ain't a good deal for neither one of us. But we got to do something to make it a good deal. Because we have to figure this out, y'all. We have to figure this out. We're out here looking at and dealing with people that have a vested interest in our relationships not working. And that gives them control. I know we think it's about race and all that, y'all. It ain't. It ain't, man. I promise you it ain't. Another distraction. It ain't nothing but another distraction. Because see, if it was about race, then they wouldn't even want your money. If I hate you for real, I don't even want your money. I don't want your presence. I don't want the advantage of taking advantage of you. If I really hate you. So we know that ain't the case. And black people ain't the only ones who going through this crazy. Everybody going through it. Y'all think black people the only one out here losing their jobs and homes and cars? We not even the majority. Guys, without family, man, we ain't nothing. That's what I want to leave on y'all mind today. Without family, we ain't nothing. Listen, I can't be the man that I want to be without family. Period. That don't even sound right. It don't look right. That ain't how I have a belly button. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what that means? That means I came out of a woman. I was attached to her. I was created, and man, and I grew right there. So I'm here to fill in for a generation. The plan is for me to do the exact same thing and keep the cycle going. Okay, I know some of us get caught up into that money thing. What you gonna do when that day you get your date, that begin date, and you get your end date on your tombstone? What that money gonna do?
Nothing.
Some people done got too far in the game. Some people done bought so deep into this, and I know a few people like that. Done got so far into this craziness that they didn't even have no children. I'm saying men and women didn't have no children. And it's like now, and I see how they going through it. And I ain't talking about y'all ladies. I'm talking about the men too. I wanted to say it earlier when she was asking about it. Why do you think so-and-so would want men going for young women? Because they still want to have children. Because that's an internal instinct. That's internal to leave children here. Nobody meant as a man, you don't want to die and you didn't leave nothing here. Even if you got to adopt some children. As a man, I know men. I'm a man and I know other men. I know men in the 60 right now still talking about, I got to find me a wife, man, that can have children, because they never had children. I'm telling y'all, man, without family, you ain't doing nothing. You lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself without family. I ain't telling y'all to stay with no narc. Hell no. I'm never gonna tell you nothing crazy like that, because that's one of the things that keeps us from wanting to be in families. Family, y'all. That's how we're gonna make it through. So we're gonna leave y'all like we came in here with number love, peace, and soul train. See y'all next week, man. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
You're welcome. See ya.
Next Friday. Goodness.
Yeah. Oh boy. I gotta get to this message.
Everybody have a wonderful weekend, man. That's